Yo, 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 welcome to another episode 11, special edition. We've got good old your boy Gramps, aka Legend, aka Doc. How's everyone doing? We got the one and only Space Girl, aka
Hi.
Chloe. And we got our producer, our backhand, our right-hand man, and today, actually, our new interviewer, Beckham.
Howdy, howdy. How are we?
We're doing something different today, guys.
Boy.
You're getting us today. To experience us.
I kept tricking Doc that we were doing it when we weren't, so he did that intro so many times.
It was a little bit stressful.
I was like, sorry, I'm not doing it yet. We're not there yet. Should we let people see our beautiful faces?
Yeah,
Perhaps.
look at your beautiful faces.
Ha! Here we are.
And,
Hi.
guys, keep in mind this is Beckham's first interview. He's a little nervous. That's why they had to freaking keep going back and forth on this intro, because Beckham kept saying no.
It's okay. It's fine.
We're used to it from him. It's fine. I'm in the dark because if I put any light on, my face is the colour of this mic. So,
Yeah, she turns into Casper, the friendly ghost.
literally.
Casper, is that you?
It's
I literally
me.
thought I was seeing Casper. I was like, oh my god, Casper, my childhood.
My childhood.
I've come back for you.
Enjoying the wine.
I definitely did not grab enough drinks. Well,
Oh, God.
it's okay.
I'll just have a sip of my drink.
Are you trying to get a fucking plug right now?
Wow.
No, I'm just ribbing it in that I've got a drink.
Sponsorship.
I'm just going to have a drink of my oh so refreshing drink.
You're gonna have a drink of your drink?
Mm-hmm.
That's a drink.
So,
Yeah, I'm drinking my drink.
so refreshing. You just gotta go sit there and like. You gotta ASMR. Just,
I tried to make it do slurpy slurp, but there's too much drinking, so it didn't do the slurpy slurp.
slippery.
Today I am being Hagrid.
Oh, God.
I had a hair on my chin.
So, obviously, you guys know we're not going to have a podcast this Sunday, so we decided originally that we were going to record something for you guys. But then we said, you know what? We're too lazy and we don't want to edit, so why don't we just go live? This way we don't
I'm
have to
scared.
edit. So, we just decided to do that.
So here we are.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah, welcome.
here we are. Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys gave us questions for the last
Should we try this?
2.5 days? Couple
Yeah,
days.
2.5.
Couple days. 2
Oh,
days
oh.
almost. We got a lot of questions, guys. Lots and lots of questions.
Oh, yeah.
If you have more questions, feel free to ask them in the chat. And when I say questions, I mean no holds barred. Like we going
None.
spicy.
It's getting dirty.
Oh.
Like I want my mouth to burn when I'm done with this.
Oh, God.
Jesus, you filthy whore. Okay, let's get on with it.
Yes.
All right.
It's an average Sunday for Doc.
Average Sunday.
That was last night.
It's not good if you leave a burning lip stock. That's not how it's supposed to feel.
Yeah. Anyway, Beckham, how are you?
Yeah. All right. So I feel like this question's been asked probably about 1 million times, but why did you guys decide to start the podcast channel?
Let's see.
Oh,
Why did we decide to start a podcast channel? Am I Elite's girlfriend? No, I'm not Elite's girlfriend.
nice.
What was I say? Oh, yeah, podcast channel. Why did we decide? I think we decided the idea came up in the Discord actually. Back in the day, the good old days, aka about 9 months ago now.
Last November, October time, I think.
I think it was right before. It was definitely before Christmas and Thanksgiving. I think so. It was like maybe October, September, late September, early October.
Yeah.
So it's been about 9 months. It's actually been 9 months almost. Actually, it has been 9 months.
We could have made a baby.
This is your baby.
Well, this is our baby. We made a baby
We did.
podcast. So I think what was going on? Oh, we were just in the VC, just chilling, and we did a VC event where we had everyone join us, and everybody's like, "You guys should do a podcast. Like, it'd be so much fun. Like, just because we like to sit and talk and
We talk shit.
We talk a lot of shit. We talk a lot of spicy stuff. We talk a lot of things that are obviously inappropriate. for the
Mhm.
most part. And we were like, why don't we just turn that into a hobby and make some YouTube videos on it or start a podcast on it? So long and behold, after a bunch of, let's see, we had holidays, we had waiting to get my PC, and then as soon as I got my PC, they were in the middle of moving. So then they were moving, then it was getting everything set up, and then finally...
then we had people that were going to be podcast people, and then they just like were shitheads, and we didn't want them to be part of the podcast. So there was all that.
Everybody today.
Yeah, I'm spilling all the tea. I don't give no shits.
Okay.
No bugs given attitude.
Yeah. So that happened.
Yeah.
There was just a lot of like swing and a miss attempts at starting it, and then it was originally going to be me, Doc, and Lauren, and Lauren was right in the middle of trying to finish off all her uni stuff and getting her channel back up and running and getting like posting regularly, and was also working. So it was like we were never all free at the same time. Doc was finishing his residency, so he was crazy busy, like 24/7 working. I was doing nothing but moving house, and then I got ill. So then we were just like, fuck it, we'll do it. We don't need anybody else.
Yeah, I think the way it started was we were going to stream Dying Light. Me and Chloe were, and her Dying Light would not work.
Yeah.
So then we were like, we
Died.
had nothing to stream, and Chloe was like, just don't worry, just stream without me. And I'm like, nah, we got to do something because we hadn't done anything. This was the first time we were trying to stream together after this whole thing.
Second.
Second time we were trying. Yeah, because we streamed the Dying Light one time together. And then I was like, you know what? Fuck it. No, we're doing something. And I'm like, let's just do a podcast. Let's just do it for the hell of it. And we have that prequel. If you look on the channel, it's the prequel.
No, we took that off.
Yeah. Oh, we did take. Oh, yeah.
It had a snake in it, so we got rid of it.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah. So we essentially did a prequel, and it got good reviews. It was on my channel. I think it's still on my channel. I'll have to get rid of it, but it was on my channel. It did really well. So we were like, you know what? Maybe this is a good time to just start it. And that's exactly what we did.
Yeah.
We just started it, and here we are 11 weeks later now, or 10 and a half weeks later, technically, because 11 weeks will be Sunday. So
11 episodes. Well,
11 episodes better. Yeah.
We're here.
And now we're on your Spotify, we're on your iTunes, or on your Apple podcast, we're on your
Google Pod.
Acast, Google Pod, yeah, we're on everything. So
literally everything, every streaming
even
platform.
your dreams. Oh, okay, platforms. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We're in your minds 24/7.
Your minds, we're little worms in your ears.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. We're everywhere. I've just seen that Elite's live, so I might just go over to his live and drop the link to this and then leave.
Wow.
Wow.
Why don't you just do it in this Discord?
Just be like, come here, everybody.
Nobody wants to see you drive a truck.
It's way more fun over here. Is he live yet? He sent me the link. Is it not? Yeah, he is live. Just gonna go in. Oh, fucking adverts. We are more fun over here. Just spam the link. There we go.
Wow.
Proper did it. Proper did it. It's fine. No, he's got no mods either.
Look at that. Nightbot on Q.
No.
Nightbot on Q.
Yeah, there we are. There's one of the things we're on.
Spotify. Spotify.
So yeah, that's why we started the podcast. Because people like to listen to us, and we like to talk and listen to ourselves.
Yeah. For more of a of a twist into our next topic, which is mostly GTA RP, Redline.
GTA RP.
What made you get into RP or GTA RP?
I think we have the same answer. Well,
You're my
technically, her
answer.
I'm her answer. Her boyfriend's
1
my
second.
answer.
What? I can't hear you.
He said, "Why'd you steal my people?"
I can't hear you. I'm not pausing anything. I can't hear you. I've got headphones in and you're stood in the dark mouthing words to me. I don't know what's going on, guys. I think he's come to tell me off.
Wow. Anyway.
Carry on. You carry on with your answer.
So, for me, it was I think when I got it, I think Elite and Lauren were the two.
Go away.
That really kind of pushed me into bringing it. So for me, my answer is technically her boyfriend got me into it, and then Lauren would be the other one. They kind of, I guess we were waiting for the podcast, and it was like just apply, fuck it, do it, and then that's what it became. Or at that time, it was get the hours because the hour requirement was still there. So for me, I had to get the hours first, and then make my way to Redline. So yeah.
I think my reasoning's a little bit different. I was lonely, in all honesty. I'd spent a lot of time, like all my nights had been spent basically with like Beckham, Doc, Lauren, moving like 2 hours away from my family, and they were kind of the only people I'd got. And then Doc got into Redline and was playing that all the time. And suddenly he wasn't free to sit in voice calls with me 24/7 because he was like off making new friends. And I was so fucking lonely. No, honestly, I was in a pit. I was crying. I was just a mess. Not just you leaving me, but I just felt like I didn't know anybody. I was 2 hours away from home. I didn't have any friends, didn't have a job, just didn't know anybody. So I was like, fuck it. And then Elite kept saying to me, just do it. It's lovely people. You'll make loads of friends. Do it. And I was like, no, I'm not good enough. I'm not doing it. And then Luke said to me, do you think you could get in first attempt? So I tried and I did. So yeah, and Doc was the final pusher telling me to, and I was like, oh, fine.
I sent her the link in the DM for the
peer pressure.
And she was like, I said I'm not gonna, or what she say? Oh, I didn't say I was gonna do it.
I was like, I didn't ask for the link.
And I was like, I'm sorry, I didn't ask for you if you were gonna do it. I'm giving you something to fill out. I need you to fill this out.
Yeah, so you were like, it wasn't a question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cam's in the chat. What's up, Cam?
Nice to have you.
Fix my car still. I fixed my car still. Piece of shit. I put 19 in front of 61.
Oh.
Okay, Cam. I still love you. By the way, guys.
That's not what he was saying earlier.
Cam loves cheese pizzas, especially from Domino's. I actually bought him cheese pizza once.
Did you?
So, yeah, I did. I bought him food one day. He was hungry, so I was like, I got you. So I sent him cheese pizza from Domino's.
Nice.
That's all he wanted.
Nice. That's fair. That's fair.
Sweet. Yeah, that's basically how we got into it.
Yeah.
And how are you liking Redline so far?
Shit, I hate it. Joking.
Oh, I thought we were gonna take a little turn there.
No, you can go first.
I mean, I like it. I enjoy it. Obviously, I like Gramps more. Oh, name wise. Yeah, I mean, essentially, I like it. I enjoy it. I've been doing pretty well in it. It's been well for content when I have time. I do need to obviously get to a more set schedule with it. So I'm planning on doing that now that gotten my head straight and stuff and figured out where I want to be with it, and then as well as the work side of it has been figured out as well. So, you know, we're gonna be doing more content with it, more streams and stuff. So. But yeah, no, I mean, I've enjoyed it. Yeah, I got nothing more to say. It's better than the other two server or the other servers the public server I was in before it. So for sure.
Yeah. I like it. It's all right. It's definitely got its like pros and cons. I think I get most frustrated that not everybody wants to RP things to the fullest. Like, a lot of people don't want to finish like stories. They want to just kind of wait until they're out of sight of people and then kind of call it a quits. And like, my only roleplay experience is Dungeons and Dragons, so it's very much the opposite, and you literally roleplay everything to the fullest with that. So that's kind of my biggest challenge, I think, is the adjustment and finding what level of RP people are willing to participate in with me and what doesn't annoy them. But yeah, no, I enjoy it. I won't keep doing it if I didn't enjoy it.
I would agree with that. I mean, obviously, for me, it's always been about doing different types of IRP, different styles and stuff. I don't like the whole boring, go rob a store, go get chased, figure out what you're gonna do type thing. I like to do different stuff. And I've succeeded. I think my character is well popular and known in the city. I was obviously able to get promoted fairly quickly in the server. But yeah, no, I mean, Gramps, yeah, Gramps is obviously popular. Why did I get the name Dr. Legend? It's actually given by this one right here. So she gave me the name. That was my original name before I even played RP. So Gramps wouldn't never existed when I created my name. That's why that name came. So yeah,
Gramps is a new development.
Gramps was new.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of Gramps, perfect segue. How did you come up with Gramps, or how did you choose Gramps?
Once again, Gramps was chosen by Chloe. It was a joke because obviously I'm one of the older people, I would say, in Redline. Thankfully, I'm not
Can
the
you leave that
oldest,
door
but I'm
open?
one of the older for sure.
Open it.
I'm older than Elite. Obviously, I'm older than Alanip. Not much older than Alanip, so that's not as bad. But essentially, I think the joke was she was like, "Now you could be the grandpa of Redline," and I was like, that's not a bad idea. What if I just
You
do
just
a
kind of ran
old
with
man
it.
like a grandpa
Yeah.
character, and I was like, you know what, let me do it. And I'll tell you this much: my first couple days in the city, people were like, "What the fuck? Who is this old guy?" All that, and then next thing you know, it went from people being like, "Who the fuck's this old guy?" to like now, it's everyone knows the old guy in the city.
Mhm.
A lot of that obviously has to do with being involved in some contact scenes and stuff like that. So obviously that was a push for Gramps. That was a major push for Gramps. I think being recognized in the city by admins and stuff like that, that was another good push that kind of got Gramps out there. And yeah, since then, it's just now you got Gramps.
I think Gramps would have always been there regardless, but obviously once you got kind of junior, senior, that kind of stuff, it opens up what you're able to RP, so it lets you kind of develop that character a bit deeper.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Lets
think
you really
getting my
run with
junior.
it.
I think getting my junior member definitely helped with being able to develop more in terms of Gramps. So let's hear the voice. Oh God.
It's so weird to watch
Every
it come out of his
single
face.
stream.
Every stream, it's Stewie hear the voice.
I love it.
Let me get my voice changer first, guys.
He's got to click some buttons.
Yeah, I know. Let me get my. Hey guys, how's it going? It's your favorite Gramps.
Why is it spicy?
There we go.
Yeah, we just got a subscription just as she was doing that as well. Thank you, Dmar Dan Gamer.
Thanks, D-Mod. You rock.
A full Gramps shout out. All right, all right.
Do you know what, right? We did, we were doing a driving thing. When I first got into Redline, we went to that like weird place where you get in a container and then like it teleports you somewhere else.
Oh yeah.
And then Doc goes, "Oh, I'm gonna just let me change my other character because my throat is killing me." Right before we did anything, he was like, "Just to warn you, I'm not gonna be Gramps." And then he carries on talking in the Gramps voice. I was like, "I thought you." What?
My body just got fucking. I'm not gonna lie. I've been at work sometimes and I caught myself like about to have that tone come out, and I've just been like, "Nope."
Have you really?
Yeah,
It's like talking to
have.
You're
patients. as
talking to like an
Gramps.
older patient.
I
And
think
they're like,
Gramps is now officially like is inside my body, like in my soul. So,
inside my body, in my soul.
God,
I
that
like
sounds
it.
It hurts. No, it doesn't hurt anymore. It did at first. The first 2 weeks, I felt like I smoked like a pack of cigarettes a day every morning. My throat literally felt like I was bleeding. Like I thought I was getting like lung cancer just from doing the voice. Like it was bad.
Oh my god.
I'm
but
such a
then after
method
a while-
actor.
I know. And
He's
then
committed,
After a
he's
while,
committed.
After a while, after a while and going through like about 20 of these, a stream or like per one sitting, it got down to where I was able to do the voice with no issues, and then only keep like a few water bottles with me now, just because it does dry my throat, but that's about it.
Fair enough.
Oh,
Yeah. I'm gonna skip around a little bit. Why Redline? Out of all the servers you could have joined to have all these characters.
I mean, essentially, like it goes back to like obviously our connection to Redline is, the people that are in it. So it's just like there really wasn't a choice of anything else realistically. Obviously, I didn't even care for the RP side of things at first, so it wouldn't make no sense for me to go anywhere else other than Redline, just because of obviously knowing Chloe, obviously then knowing Elite, and getting to know everyone, Lauren and stuff. So it just I think if I didn't get to choose Redline or didn't know them, would I ever go into GTRP? Would Gramps ever exist? Probably not. Realistically, probably not. Probably
It's more of
wouldn't
a
exist.
community friend base kind of a thing.
That's essentially what it was.
Yeah.
It was more of a. It was more of a. This is who I know. This is what they're pushing me to do, and this is why I'm doing it. This is because I'm getting pushed to do it, and that's what it was. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, Chloe, I think is about the same answer. I don't think Chloe's much different.
Probably.
Because
I wonder why you went to Redline.
Because my
I
boyfriend's
wonder.
there, and then my best friend went there and ditched me, so I had to follow him there to be like,
Wow.
"Excuse me, can you remember that I exist and give me some of your attention, please?"
Wow.
That's what
Pay
happened.
attention to me.
Just love me. It's all I want.
It's okay.
Yeah, that's literally how it
Nice.
happened.
I miss my 4:00 in the morning conversations of me yelling at Elite and you having to listen.
Yeah, I was having domestics laid in bed and you just
being
on
in
the
bed with
phone.
us. Yeah. What the fuck, you know?
You've spent many a night in bed with me and Elite, don't worry.
Ugh. That's gonna get clipped. That's
I'm gonna
Oh,
clip
wait.
it. I mean, it's
Oh,
gonna
wait.
be me
Oh,
clipping it
oh,
for
wait.
for TikTok.
I'm waiting for that to
Speaking of
be
TikTok,
so
make sure you
twisted.
guys are all, make sure you guys are all subscribe to TikTok if you want to hear things like that. Out of
Oh.
context.
Yeah. I take a couple. There's quite a few things that I've taken out of context, and it's
I know.
pretty great. I'm not gonna lie.
I bet I've heard.
They
I've
are
heard
good.
them all.
Let's see. Is there anything that you would change about Redline? Like any rules, any different things like that?
Oof.
This is
Let's see, I wonder. We'll know tomorrow who I'll watch this. Um,
When we're banned, perm banned.
yeah. You go first. You go first
I think
on
my
this
list will probably be different, and it'll probably change the longer and the more hours I do in Redline. At the minute, the new life rules slightly. I think it's good for things like, you can't get revenge on people. But then, like, it's annoying when things happen, like when we were doing the plane thing and you jumped out the airplane by accident as the pilot. And then it's like, we now can't even tell you where we are because it's new life. So we have to get rid of our radios. We can't be like, hey, we're here. We've just, it's just, I think it's a bit, I don't know. I definitely changed the way the new life rule works. Still have it, but just not quite as strict as it is, maybe.
Accidental deaths being allowed to go back type thing.
Yeah. Because, when you're trying to do something like we were trying to go up Mount Chiliad, and I died by accident. Beckham came around the corner too fast, wiped me out.
absolutely.
There was no EMS on. We were waiting for EMS, none on. So you've got no option but to go to the hospital. And then it's like, that's 10 minutes into my live stream. Now what do I do? So that, I think I would kind of change. And definitely the role-playing aspect of it. Like we did the PD versus EMS thing. And I got hit by a car head on. And I'm laid in the road screaming, and like 7 people went past me on bikes and just completely ignored I was laid there. And it's like, guys, where's the role play? You just ignored somebody in the road and you're supposed to be PD and EMS. So, yeah, I think I'd be stricter on the role play and more lenient with the new life thing. But that's about it for me.
Whew, all right. Let's see. For me, I think the biggest thing is just the RP, the art of the role play side of it. I think a lot of people, I think we should get rid of the basic or RP stuff. And I know we encourage to get rid of it, like the basic, like always robbing and then just running. Like that's so boring. Like I think there should be more criminal side of it. And I think that and I know it's hard because we're a menu-based server, so we're not script-based like other servers where you can do like a growing a weed thing where you actually grow it and plant it and actually have an RP out of it. But there's no reason that people can't do that. I think people should do that. I think there should be more, if not, it's almost like I feel like we should have like a guidance thing, like of people like kind of kind of like a role model type thing that people can look up to that can kind of help with RP or development like team that can help you develop RP and do better things. Like okay, yeah, we don't have like a meth, like, but we have obviously like meth labs, like open MLOs where you can actually do drug RP and actually grow it and do all that, and do like where you can pretend you're manufacturing meth and actually have it to where you're using the say commands versus just doing the do's, because obviously if the whole purpose is to get PD involved, right? Because if you don't get PD involved, what's the fun in it? Especially if you're doing manufacturing of drugs. You're like, yeah,
Mm.
maybe you don't want them to come right away, but eventually you do want them to get involved. And like if you guys watched like my gang stream that I did that one time, um, we had Tigo, who was in the gang, and he was PD and he was undercover, and he did it perfectly. Like he could have busted me right away and busted the gang right away, and when we did the gun sales or we robbed the bank and all that, but he waited. He let the RP go. He knew, let's extend it as much as we can, get more on them. If we arrest them, we have more dirt. Why do you want just gun sales when you can get drug manufacturing, you can get kidnapping, you can get burglary, you can get gang warfare? Like, you get so much more. Why stop at just one? And I think that's the biggest thing, is that people don't extend the scenes, and maybe we need something in terms of maybe even like teaching people, like having like a class or something to teach people on how can you extend RP scenes.
Yeah.
People always say, oh, just extend with EMS or KT. Well, yeah, you could do that, but you
They're
can
not always
extend the
there.
scene just directly. Exactly. And it's like, what else can you do to extend a scene? There's people that are great at it. Like, there's people that are amazing at extending RP scenes. And then there's people that literally you RP with them and the scene's over in 5-10 minutes, and you're like, okay, well,
Which sometimes
now?
you want them to be, because you can kind of get stuck in scenes that you don't want to be, but that's just the point of it, and you just have to get on with it.
Right. And if you need to get yourself out of a scene, there's ways of getting out of a scene, whether you get yourself killed, whether you get yourself whatever. But I think that in general, I think my mentality has always been, if I'm going to do an RP scene, I'm going in it expecting at least a half-hour scene. Like,
Yeah.
at least minimum, if not longer. Like, if it's a scene where I'm going to do gun sales and stuff like that, I think it can be so much longer. Like the gang RP, it lasted 2 hours. Literally lasted 2 hours. It started from simple recruiting to gun sales to drug sales to robbing a bank to kidnapping to extortion and then finally ended with peaceful gang resolutions to, like, this is our area, you stay in your area, and then which ended up turning into a raid of SWAT officers obviously coming to get the cops. And it was awesome because a lot of cops, there were only like 3 cops on, so I was scared. I was like, this is gonna be bad. Like, it's not, but thankfully Tigo was good at it. He was able to ping everyone. He took my tags away, so he knew I wasn't gonna get pinged because I am SWAT. So he pinged a bunch of SWAT people to come on duty just for that scene, and we had almost 10 people join and just to do that one scene. And things like that, like, people will do it for you. Like, people will get on for 5 minutes just to do a scene for that. So there's no reason that you should be afraid, like, oh, there's only 2 cops on. Well, you know what? If you want to do a scene where you need SWAT involved, just do it, because that's
They'll
what's going
get
to happen.
them.
There'll be a SWAT ping, and then all of a sudden you'll have 10 people get on just for that one scene. If then they can get off if they need to, but at least it completes a whole scene. So I definitely think it should be allowed. Like, everyone should have that mentality.
Can I
And
ask
it
you a
shouldn't just
question
be
with that
crime
one,
figures.
though?
Yeah.
Where's your opinion stand with, like, non-ranked members being able to join in gang stuff then? Because you were saying about extending RP, whereas there's been a lot of times where, say, me and you have been in a scene and we're just getting stuff done quite passively, something will happen, but then more and more people want to get involved, and I physically have to just walk away from that. And the amount of times I've had to get out of cars or just walk off because I can't get involved in gang RP.
Yeah, so obviously gang RP is 6 people or more, which is only on Fridays and Saturdays. So hopefully everyone understands that. What she's talking about is criminal activity in Redline. If you're a standard member, you can only do it with 2 people. If you're a junior member, you can do it with 3 junior members or higher. And if you're senior, you can do it with 4 senior members. There's nothing higher, so it's just be 4 senior members. If you have 4 people, so you have to have everyone be senior at that point. You can't have 3 juniors and 1 senior. So that's another rule that I think that should be looked at. Maybe upping it, even if you up it by 1, because I do think that there are people that are standard members that can do criminal activity with 3 people, at least, and then maybe doing junior at 4, and then having seniors at 4 as well, and then just doing gang days at 6. I understand the concern with obviously the PD to civilian ratio. Now, if you're not smart enough to be like, okay, there's 3 cops on, and if we do a crime with 3 people, that literally is a 1-to-1 ratio. So we're going to take every cop in the city. So you probably shouldn't do a crime with 3 people. You know, if you can't figure that out, and I think that's why that rule is there, is because some people don't figure that out, and it's unfortunate. The good thing with it is obviously someone that's a good role player, will hopefully get that promotion in their first month, and then after that first month, it opens obviously, like you said, more doors. Um, but yeah, I do think, and I think that a lot goes back to the whole, if we had something with in terms of like training and development or some type of development thing, people would then be able to see that, and we could go into numbers like 3, if for standard members, if they went through the class or if they went through that program, then they can do 3, or even have rankings go like that. Instead of choosing people ranked on that, why don't we do have them go through training to get a membership that gives them like a temporary junior membership, and then if they do well for the month, they get the actual junior membership role, where they can get the extreme perms and all that. Maybe just give them the basics of the junior, where they can RP with 3 or more people. They could do the gun sales to obviously do like gun sale RP and stuff like that. And then if they do well on that, then give them the allowance of, hey, okay, now you can also use menus. You can do the extreme. You get the 2 extreme RP perms per month as well. So I think that would definitely help.
Yeah, especially now they've got rid of the hours, because you can walk in like I did with no RP experience in GTA, right, and then people will just say, yep, this is how you do it, this is what menus you use, and you're like, I don't know what that means. I don't know how to draw a weapon. I don't know where anything is on the map. I've never played GTA. So when people will say, oh, don't, go over to Yellowstone and do this, and you're like, I don't know what that is. I don't know what that means.
No. Yeah, I think there should be something. I think that's something that would definitely benefit the server. One, it would get a lot of people interested in it. It would develop RPs. It would allow people to, like I said, get that junior role, or get at least a temporary role where it's like, hey, like I said, temporary role. You can do the 3 people. You can do the gun sales to expand your RP a bit. You don't get the extreme perms. You don't get to use menus for props yet. But you do get to use this, and then once they've shown that they can do it, give them the actual role, give them the actual benefits, full benefits at that point. And then, I mean, senior members, obviously going from junior to senior is basically just continuing to do what you're doing and develop on it, which I think you can easily do as a junior member. So I think it's just getting the first step to that, because there's a lot of people that I've seen in the server that don't have junior membership. Like people always ask me like, how did I get senior member? And it's like, the first month I just RP'd a lot and RP'd everything, and I watched myself, and the second month I got player of the month from staff pick, so the people that choose the promotion. So it kind of made sense. I kind of knew, when I knew I got that, I was pretty positive I was going to get the promotion to senior, because it would make sense that why would I get player of the month from admins and then not get the promotion from admins, so that it became a thing. But it's one of those things where it's like I do think that people have potential, especially like you, for example, that are newer but are kind of held back because of what you have to go through. So I do think that if we did something like that, maybe in the future there might be something for it.
Somebody did ask how members work a bit back, but I didn't want to kind of put in. Now I can't find the comments. I can't remember who it was. Carry on. Don't worry about it.
What are you looking for?
Somebody asked about how the member thing works when we started talking about that, but I can't remember who it was.
I mean, essentially, I can tell you how the member thing works. So obviously, everyone comes in as standard member. Standard member, you can only do your basic rules apply. You can't steal PD cards. You can't kidnap PD. You can't. You can do crime with only one other person, so a total of 2 people. You can't use menu. You can't use. You can't sell guns. You have to buy guns from junior members or higher. Once you get junior rank, you can now sell guns. You still have to buy guns, obviously, your own guns, just to RP it out from other junior members, but you can sell guns now to non-junior members or junior members or senior members. You can obviously start kidnapping PD. You can steal PD vehicles. You can get 2 extreme RP perms. So the things that you guys do see on YouTube that you see that the content creators do, you are able to do 2 perms as long as there's RP behind it, and it's not just used to do robberies. So that's the benefit you get with junior. Senior, it's the same thing as junior. The only difference is now you get or junior also gives you 3 people you can do crime with, but they have to be junior or higher. Senior gives you the same thing, but you can do 4, but they have to be senior. If you do 4, you can also get 4 perms, and then you get gang RP on Fridays and Saturdays. So that's the difference between junior and senior.
There you go, Anthony.
And I understand wanting seniors to do the gang RP because it does get crazy when you have 6 people going against cops. I understand that, and you want the people that are gonna actually RP.
It's about trust, isn't it? A lot of it.
Yeah, essentially, it's the people you trust to not do stupid things with it.
And Molotovs.
Oh yeah, you get Molotovs, and you can do Molotovs and SMGs as a senior. You get Molotovs and SMG. Only as intimidation weapons, though. You're not allowed to really shoot people with them.
So when people come in my streams and they're like, go get that car and go kill this person and do this and do that, and I'm like,
no,
I can't. I'm sorry. No. And I did actually have somebody comment on one of my community posts and was like, you just stand around and it's boring. You need to do something. And I was like, I'm really sorry that's how you feel. What, you give me some ideas, I'll do it. What do you want me to do? And they were like, well, I don't know. I don't know what you can do. And it's like, I'm doing everything I can. Like, I can't do anything else. This is it. Sorry. It's just one of them things, isn't it? Like I say, it's trust. You've got to prove you can be trusted with that permission to do things like anything.
That you're not going to exploit it, yeah.
Yeah.
Off of, kind of, I know that you mentioned Tigo earlier as well. Tigo actually asked the question, what are your thoughts on Redline content as a whole? Whether it be YouTube or Twitch or wherever.
Not a fan.
I mean, here's the thing. Is it RP? No, it's not. It's not RP. So it depends on how you look at it. Are there content creators that do RP content? Yes. There are content creators that will do even extreme perms and use RP behind it. So, I think Jimbo's the biggest example of it. Jimbo's probably the best at it in terms of someone that does RP extreme, uses RP perms to do RP. I think I saw someone put in there that Jimbo's probably the best. I would definitely put him, if not, he's arguably probably the best role player in the server. I would agree with that, especially when it comes to extreme RP stuff. So in terms of what the content is, here's the thing. At the end of the day, it's a business, right? This is the livelihood of the YouTubers. Obviously, for you guys that obviously I'm sure you guys all know, Alana owns the server.
Well, if it wasn't for content, there wouldn't be Redline. It wouldn't exist because he wouldn't have needed to create it.
Right. The content that you can sit there and say, that it's why Redline was created. It's what Redline was used for. And is it RP? No. Does it get crazy? Yes, it does. But you have to look at it as a fun point of view, and you also have to keep in mind it literally is 2 hours of the day tops that you see that. Maybe sometimes if they're streaming in between, you'll see a league get on. Sometimes obviously streaming in the middle of the day, so you get an extra hour of it. Usually
generally when they're on their own though, like if it's just friends or elite, and it's not, because then they have to use their perms, whereas obviously if Alana portrays there, they can just do what they want to do. Right.
So yeah, for the most part, it's literally here at the end of the day. My thing is this: it maximizes about 2 hours of the day. You'll see that crazy stuff. And you have the choice of not being involved in it. Just don't be realistically. Don't be in Legion. Go anywhere else and start an RPC somewhere else. But if the question is, yes, obviously it's not RP, so I get that. But it's also, like I said, at the end of the day, it's a business and it's what works. And I can't knock on anybody for putting food on the table.
No,
that just makes no sense. They're working.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
And it does say, I know it says it in all of Elite's videos, I presume it says it on the rest. In the description at the bottom, it will say that, the things done in this video are done with permission. They are not to be repeated without permission. This is not the standard, because obviously it's kind of false advertisement. If you just watched a clip and then was like, I want to do that and joined, well, you wouldn't get in for starters.
I do interviews, and I'll tell you right now, it's one of the things that we say in the interviews.
Yeah,
first thing
you wouldn't get to interview. If you put about it on the application, you wouldn't get to interview.
And we tell everyone when you do the interview, if
Mhm.
when you repeat anything you see on the content base, if you repeat any of it, it's a guaranteed ban.
Yeah.
It's not. It's
Um,
permed. It's not for. It's not for you to do.
Yeah, but then the comment we've just had saying not to be rude, but I think OP should do more with Redline people, like lower people. You've got to think that this is his brand, it's his career, it's his business. So if you walk up to somebody who's brand new in the server, for starters, they're not allowed to know who he is. So they can't be like, oh, hi OP or hi Lana, whatever. They can't because they're not supposed to know him. And then what if they've got a bad mic, bad quality mic, or there's a dog barking, there's a kid screaming? Then that's ruined his whole 2-hour recording because he spoke to this one person potentially. So you don't know if they're going to be racist, they're going to be homophobic, you don't know what they're going to say. So you can either kind of stick with the people that you know have got good quality mics, they've got quiet backgrounds, they're not going to mess up your recordings. Obviously they bring other people in, like Doc's been in a lot of their videos. So you know,
I was gonna say, I mean, I joined as someone that was a normal member, and I was part of videos. It's just a matter of what you take with that opportunity, and that's another good example. He's in a lot of videos. You know, both of us have been in a lot of videos, and we were just normal members at that time, and I guess our lower. I don't know what you consider by lower. I guess if you mean like standard members, we were standard members at that point.
I got run over.
You know, yeah, it's what you do. Obviously, it's
few
what you do
times.
with that moment. You know, like Laneb's one of the. Here's the thing about Laneb. He's probably one of the best guys in terms of I've seen that it tries to include everyone into his RP, and it's what you decide to do with it. Either a lot of people, and you'll see it, and as someone that's watching it, they may say they're trying not to act I'm not going to name names, obviously, but they're trying to act not fanboyish and stuff, but you can see it come out. You can clearly see it come out, and it makes an impact on the video, you know, because it can start getting annoying. It can start getting, you know, it may be like, oh, you're trying to force yourself into the scenes and stuff like that, and that goes. It's obviously a wasted opportunity. You had the opportunity. What you do with it? You know, I was in one where he literally kidnapped me. That's how it started. That's how I met Alana before everyone. I mean, granted, yes, I knew Elite and stuff. Never asked to be in any video, never asked to be in part of anything. Alana came by one day. It was the video that I have on my channel that shows going from hostage to suspect, or hostage to like I guess assistant, assisting Anonymous with his robbery. He literally grabs me, takes me to the bank. Originally he blew up my car, and I was like, I played the NLR portion of it, like some guy, or not even the NLR, like some guy in a yellow kept going with it, and we had fun with it. You know, it was funny, it was comedic, and the character did well, and you know, people liked it. There were obviously, I saw responses on my video, I saw comments on other video, like his videos, that said like, Gramps, like, you should do more videos. He like feels your humor, stuff like that. And you know, they look at that stuff because they want to see what, you know, if people aren't gonna, if people start commenting, hey, we need more, we want more videos, that means more views, right? As bad as it says the sound of that way, but that's what the honest truth is. And that's okay. Well, whenever this person's there, you get them involved, and that's what it's turned into. Like, Gramps is the old man now to Lana. You know, we joke about the Guantanamo Nam, which was from that video. There's a lot of memes that, like, not memes, but like sayings and like inside jokes that came from that video. If you watch, we have a lot of behind the scenes stuff that's like, that doesn't make it because it's fail RP, like up the wazoo, or it's out of character up the wazoo. You know, I had the TikTok or my short that I posted of like Lauren leaking. The Lauren leakage, which is we're in the bank and they use the birth on me, and they put me in a lot of like, you okay, buddy? And I'm just like, Lauren's fucking leaking, and he starts cracking up. I crack up. Lauren cracks up. She comes and shoots me, and then tases me and stuff. But you're not gonna see that in the video, obviously, because obviously it's not, you know, it's not realistic, and everyone's getting out of character, but it's still funny, you know, and it's a good time. That's what it is, and that's what it is. It's just making the best of what you do. So,
I don't even know what the question was.
Yeah,
answer it?
honestly.
I think we were answering
No, you
the
did, you
comment
did.
you said.
Oh yeah, the comment. Yeah,
Someone
yeah.
said the rude, like, a lot of should be
differences.
more.
Oh yeah. Yep. All right. Well,
Over to you.
yeah. So, on the
Really
topic
get
of
more questions.
I know it's we gotta speed it up a little bit. It's okay.
No, we don't.
Yeah, on the topic of YouTube, what do you think you'll do if your guys' YouTube or the podcast takes off?
Cry.
You mean when the podcast takes off?
Yeah, always. The
When
podcast
the
is
YouTube
taking
take
off. Yeah, when?
It's not. Yeah, it's when, not if. We're positive.
That's the mentality right there, though.
Exactly.
Cry.
I don't know.
I cry at everything now. Cry.
I mean, I feel accomplished for sure. Obviously, like it's a goal at a time, isn't it? You know, the goal is essentially right now. The goal is, can we get to $1,000? We want to get to the 1K mark, and then we want to get our brand out there. We want people to know about the podcast. We want to start getting bigger, bigger follower, bigger subscriber, like people with bigger followings and stuff. More, different styles, not just video gamers and stuff. So it's essentially, you go goal at a time. If you sit there and go like, I'm gonna make 1 million followers or subscribers and I'm making thousands of dollars a month on this, you're not gonna do it because you're looking at long term, right? You got to go.
It's got to be a smart goal.
Term. Yeah, it's got to be smart. It's got to be short term, realistic, reachable.
Thank you for the subscription, A1R4L.
So that's essentially what it is. It's just going through each short-term goal to get to that bigger picture.
The goal is to pass the Impulsive podcast. The goal is to not cry every time that something happens. That's the goal. I'm clinging on. We're doing good.
It's a good goal. It's a good goal. All right. Well, on to our next segment that is going to kind of touch on sex and relationships. Get a little bit spicy. Spicy, shall we?
This is the one, huh? This
is the one. This is where it really begins.
This is where the numbers are gonna go for like skyrocket.
This is where everyone's gonna run away scared, and it's gonna go from 33 views to 2, and that'll be me and you, Doc. There's just 2 here.
The 2 viewers.
I have got my NASA hoodie on for this. Can you all appreciate how on brand I am right now?
Yes, very space girl. Very space girl. All right. So, first question. Have you ever gotten caught doing something that you shouldn't?
Yeah.
What was it? Describe.
It was my 16th birthday party. Like, because my birthday's in November, we always have a big I can't believe I'm even telling this story. Oh God. We always have a big family bonfire, like from when I can remember. So we always have like fireworks at home, big bonfire, all the family around. I'm not even told to leak this story, I don't think. So we'd all be allowed, because there was like a lot of kids grew up in my house, so we'd all be allowed to invite friends. Obviously I was allowed to invite the most friends because it's my birthday. My brother, who's older than me, invited some of his friends. One of them I thought was hot, and we were in my bedroom, me and my brother's friend, and I was innocent little virgin back then, and he was doing things that he shouldn't have been doing, and my brother walked in, and they'd been best friends for years, and I remember my brother just grabbed him like by the back of his top and literally threw him down the stairs and was like, get the fuck out of this house.
Oh.
Yeah, that was the first time I ever got caught doing anything I shouldn't have. Wasn't the last, but it was the first. Probably the most awkward. But yeah, that was it. Nothing exciting. We never spoke of it since. I think my brother's still traumatised. We joke that it turned him gay. But yeah, that's it.
What about you, Doc? What do you got?
I don't know. My story's a little more extreme. I kind of don't even want to talk about it now.
More extreme?
Thinking of the one I thought of, at least.
Go for it. I can go more extreme if you want. I just was breaking
mine. Okay. Mine is the one girl I did date. What was it? It was okay. All right. So the one girl I did date, my dad and her dad were like good friends and stuff like that. So we got caught, but we got caught at our church doing things that we shouldn't be doing. It was actually the first time. We were younger, so this is actually the first time. And yeah. I'm just gonna go
leave it at that. Yeah.
Leave it at that.
What was you doing?
Yeah.
Huh?
What was you doing? Don't get shy on me, Gramps. Come on.
I was finding
Digging for
We were
gold.
playing. We were digging for gold. Yes, we were digging for gold. I was trying to. We were playing. What's that game called? Like I Spy. We were playing I Spy. Like I was searching for things.
I spy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know when you say like I spy something pink and wide open and yeah.
I was
and you
thinking,
gotta
what do
figure
you
out
do
what
with
pink
your
and-
eyes?
You gotta
It's
figure out.
sex.
No, I spy.
Oh, I was like, what? You came in her eye? What?
I've done that's happened before, and I got
Oh.
slapped for that.
I don't
It
blame her.
burned her eye.
When
It
I used to
wasn't on
have,
purpose.
when I used to have my eyelash extensions, I'd lay there and be like, "Don't get it on my lashes." Not my lashes. Don't get it on.
I was trying to see how far I can go. I remember it was how far I can go, and I didn't think I was going to get to the face, and I didn't think I was going to get the eye. All right, neither did she though. That's why her eyes were open. That's her fault. She should have closed her eyes.
Should have closed her eyes. It's a golden
Should've
rule.
Close her eyes.
Close your
Oh,
eyes.
God.
Oh,
Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To
Church.
kick it off.
playing
Doctor
doctor.
in church. Yes, I was playing doctor in church.
He started his career
I
young.
was a gynecologist. Anyway.
We have a question. When did you guys have your first kiss? Not together. Well, maybe.
Well, it was a cold Tuesday evening. We were on a video call.
Here it is. No.
Come here.
Yeah, no. For me, my first kiss was when like my actual first kiss, I guess technically, because I've done it when I was like a little kid.
I
And,
mean-
you're like a little child. And it was like a peck on the cheek, like a quick peck on the lips.
I mean,
think,
tongue. When did you get your tongue out?
when
I
was
don't
11.
remember.
I think when I was 11. I don't.
Was it
yeah.
that bad?
It just what? It's not.
I mean, should it be good when you're 11 years old?
I
No.
think I was a late bloomer. I was very much like just not into boy. I was friends with all the boys. I would never really got on with girls. So I was always friends with the guys, but I was kind of one of the guys, and I just wasn't interested in them in any way, shape, or form. I was not attracted to the guys. Do you know what, right? I always fancied like 50 Cent. He was my dream boyfriend. And I went to a very, very rural school, a very rural college. And to be fair, there was not a single person of colour, and that was all I was interested in when I was younger. So, I wasn't attracted to any of the guys around me. So I just didn't. But yeah, I don't remember my first kiss. Probably like spin the bottle or something. I don't know. A tongue tasting.
Oh God, I don't like that.
That makes
Somebody
it
said,
sounds
"Not
disgusting."
the church, Gramps."
You're studying the anatomy. Yeah, that's what got me into becoming a doctor. That's when I realized that I love the human.
That was his
anatomy and I needed
calling.
to do something with it.
Yeah.
That was definitely
It just needed something a bit warmer and a more ready than pink. That's why I went for internal.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
Yeah, that's that.
Describe your perfect date.
Are we going to be honest or are we going to pretend? Like we can say, oh, walk on the beach and a kiss and a cuddle by the
I
fireplace.
don't want to date though. Like my perfect date is not going on a.
Buy me macaroni
Perfect night out.
cheese, tie
I'll
me to
say
the
that.
bed and
What's
fuck
your
me. There you
perfect
go.
night out? Oh, there you go.
That's my perfect date. There you go.
Day. My perfect day is answer my text, come on over, do the deed, and take your Uber
And then fuck
home.
off. Yeah, literally.
That's my perfect date.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
That was me as a single girl. I remember a guy I'd been talking to for ages. He was actually a DJ at work. And when it finally got to the chance when my parents weren't going to be home and he could take me home after work, and I was like, okay, see you next weekend. And he was like, what? You want me to late? And I was like, yeah, you've got a really long drive. You might as well be going home.
Wow.
So yeah.
You should go.
As a single person, definitely come over, do what you need to do, and then fuck off. But now as like in love girl, we can make it last a little bit longer. We can have some snuggles after, but yeah.
Wow.
Have you ever lied to get out of a bad date or like a bad, like romantic, not romantic, but like a sexual situation?
Yeah.
Where you're
Loads.
like, you just drew the line in the sand. You're like, you know what? No, I'm good.
I mean,
Yeah,
last
loads.
Yeah.
night, you were there for that. You
I was.
listened while I was that last night.
I missed something.
You did.
I was gonna have some girl message me and I was gonna have her come over, and then I went on her Facebook and then I realized that she had a boyfriend.
Oh.
So then I was like, but is
We
it
did
her
a deep
boyfriend?
dive.
I'm like, is it my fault? Maybe they're not together because the pictures were like from 2 weeks ago. So it's like maybe she needs a rebound, and Yeah, because like I knew her before, like from like school, but like I hadn't talked to her. Like she was on my Facebook friends, and then I was like, "Fuck it." Like I'm like, "This is weird." I'm like, "But I'm not gonna say no." And then I was like, "Yeah, should I? Should I have morals? Yeah, no." And then,
I'd have told you to just go for it.
my usual friend that I started realizing, I'm like, you know what? I could just call her over and not have conscience of did I ruin someone's relationship. So I was like, yeah. So I just told her I was busy and I had to go to work. So I changed her mind while she was like halfway here. So I made her turn the fuck around.
You said,
I said I had, yeah, never mind. I can't. Nah, I can't. You know, even though I had.
My mom called. She said no. Sorry.
I can't come out to play today. Sorry.
Sorry.
I think there's only like
I'm
two.
grounded.
There's only like two big events where that sticks out for me. One being, I went on a date with somebody and it was my birthday, and he'd messaged me and was like, "What are you doing for your birthday?" And I'd met him when I was bartending, and I thought the way he spoke was just because he was really drunk. No offense to anybody who has a stammer, I've got all the patience in the world, but when it's your birthday and you're out drinking with your friends, and this guy who's not really your type had got a really, really bad speech impediment then, and he was just, he wasn't my type, he didn't have the personality, I couldn't get a conversation out of him, so I said I was going to the toilet, and I left and got a taxi home. And then another one was my friend fancied this guy, and I'm sure you people know, if you're out in a pair and you know there's a pair and your friend fancies one of them, you have to kind of just go with the other one to like take one for the team. And it was somebody I went to school with, and I didn't really like him. He was a bit of a knobhead at school, so I was like, do I have to go back with him? I don't like him. And his friend had like come over from like a city to see him, so that we couldn't just leave the guy I didn't like. And I just pretended when we got back that I was so drunk I'd passed out, and was just like, "Oh no, I can't do anything. I'm passed out."
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no! Oh no!
What a shame! I'm so sorry.
Oh. Fair enough.
Yeah. Yep. All right. Have you ever been caught?
What about you,
Me?
What about you?
What about me?
Have you ever had a lie? Huh, Becco?
Maybe. Maybe.
Maybe
I've lied a couple times.
Oh.
Story time.
Oh,
Story time.
maybe.
Story time.
You dirty dog.
The title is exposing the host, and technically by hosting this one,
you are now the toast.
So technically, you might have to answer some of these questions.
What have I done?
Yeah.
I've made a grave error. No.
Hey, we're all about comfort. You can safe word at any time.
I'm trying to think. Oh, there was somebody that I was talking to, and we had a plan to go on a date. And at the last minute, they were saying like things that were kind of sus, and I was like, like just not, big red flags. I was like, no, I'm good. And at the time, I was still living at home, so I was like, oh, I have family coming over. Sorry, I can't. And then I immediately just ghosted.
I love that. That's my way of getting out of everything.
Family.
Yeah.
Generally, it's the truth with me, though. Puppy. That's my excuse for the minute. Sorry, I'm an hour late, guys, and you've just been sat in a wishful waiting for me. The puppy is a shithead.
The puppy's got something going on.
Yeah. You've seen him. He's a big boy now.
He is. It's kind of crazy.
I know. Anyway.
Have you ever been caught checking someone out?
Oh, all the time.
Whether you were with friends, if you were with a partner, like who caught you, where were you?
All the time. I purposely get caught because it just makes them. It gives them that satisfaction. Like, yeah, he's checking me out. Like it's bam right there, that confidence booster, and every woman loves a confidence booster. When you give that woman that confidence, it just you let them have that ball in their court. At least my way of doing it, I give them that ball in their court, but then I take that ball right back, and then it just makes them like that much more like, damn it, now I need to conquer him, or like, I need to get that ball back, and then there you go. conversation's going, you're talking, and if you have a good personality, you're funny, you're actually sincere and stuff, and you talk to them, it's a shoo-in. I think the biggest thing is just that initial conversation, or that initial. A lot of guys are scared. You know how you see those TikToks and people are like, how did this guy end up with her? Because the dude had balls to go talk to her while you were sitting there with your dick in your hand at the club watching them dance. That's
literally.
So that's your answer to that. You don't have to be the best looking person in the world. If you can talk, you're confident, you're sincere, and have a good personality, you will easily be able to attain any. For the most part, not easily. I don't want to say easy, but you'll easily be able to at least have a conversation, to have an opportunity to be with someone or talk to someone.
Depending on how you check them out as well, though, because there is just a way of being creepy where it's like, the fuck is wrong with that guy? Why is he staring at me like that? Yeah, like just a...
My character right now.
Yeah.
My enemy's character.
Eyes, just give him that look, subtle eyes, and be like, is he interested, or did he just happen to look this way, or did... just make it like, I like to make it look like, did we just make eye contact? Like that type of thing. So,
like, were they looking?
Player.
All these guys are about to go get slapped in the clubs tonight.
I thought you was going to say something else then.
Everybody's getting laid tonight.
You're welcome, guys. You're welcome.
That's going to be a whole new segment on the podcast. How do I pick up shit?
People just come on to thank us for their orgasms.
Yeah, well, if you guys use that and get girlfriends, or somebody or you meet somebody that you can hook up with, or whatever you decide to do with it, and it works for you guys, and you need more absolute advice, maybe I'll make a segment where you can ask Doc those questions.
Yeah,
Doc is a man whore.
He is. And we love it. I'm so fucking here for it, though. I'm here for anybody being a whore.
Running me some advice.
Yeah. Sure, that doesn't count for children, because anything you do is illegal. No. We don't encourage illegal activities.
Anything, I gotta be 18 or older.
You're a baby.
Mm-hmm.
Building a lawsuit.
Oh no. He's gonna need a lawyer.
I'm legal. I'm good.
Oh, you are legal.
Call Amber Heard. She's got some people spare right here. They're cheap too.
I'm calling Camilla.
I would just rather represent myself, if I'm honest.
Objection. I'm trying, Your Honor.
Objection, hearsay. Objection overruled.
I'll never forget that.
Your Honor.
I'll never forget that. Her just like reeling off objections, and her being like, carry on. And then that woman, Elaine, was that her name?
I have no idea.
She looked like an Elaine.
Yeah, but Amber Heard's lawyer anyway. Then she just went, I'm trying. She was so lost. Oh,
and then all of a sudden at the end, I'm trying here. Nope, that's all I got, Your Honor.
Fucking idiots. So. Anywho, this is what the podcast was supposed to be, just rambling about shit and one topic into another. We did it, guys.
This is what our phone calls used to be like.
Yeah, until you ditched me and made
just
other friends. But it's fine, don't worry about it.
More organic than
I used to hear that all the time. I used to hear that I was going to get stolen by deleting them, and she'd like, if you leave,
and then you did, and he'd always be like, do you know what? I think he's going to be in a bit more content with us, and I'd be like, you can't have him. He's mine. I claimed him as my friend. I've got the receipts of me messaging him saying, you're my friend now.
The very beginning.
You know, thank you to the snake. Big shout out to you, Mr. Snake, for making it happen, because it was because of that. So
he's not going to be here.
Yeah. Oh well. Probably one of these accounts. Which one of you is it? Anyway,
you know who you are. Carry on.
Yeah. Well, what has been your craziest sex experience, or the naughtiest place you've done it? It can be an either or kind of a situation.
My naughtiest place is also my place I got caught, technically, but
I don't know how like BDSM-y to go with this.
Church girl, go to church.
Yeah.
Go on, Doc. You can set the tone.
I don't know. I'm trying to think.
Pretty much every scene I've ever been involved in, and I just don't know which one to tell you about. It's my problem at the minute.
My naughtiest is definitely obvious, or my naughtiest place has definitely been the church. That's definitely the naughtiest place. I don't think there's anything that. I mean, I've done it in a plane. I've joined the Mile High Club. I've done all that, but it's like I don't think that's like naughty, like compared to like a church. I think the church just kind of takes it all because it's like bad, like super bad.
And it's like out of wedlock in a church. Like it's all the bad stuff that you shouldn't be doing.
Like all the sins. It's the day that Lucifer possessed me, and yeah. I think craziest experience or craziest. Yeah. I don't know if I should say this.
You're obviously allowed to not if you don't want to.
Obviously, you guys know I've been in a threesome if you watched the last podcast. But I've also been with more than 2 women. I've actually been with a total of 4 women at once. I think that's probably the craziest experience I had.
We got a gangbanger up in here, guys.
And it was definitely...
He's reminiscing.
Ooh.
He's just thinking about all the
good
tangled
old days.
upness, and he's like, God, I was so tired after.
Definitely tired.
I've never disappointed so many people
Definitely
at
needed-
once.
Definitely needed that sponsorship. Definitely needed that sponsorship.
Yeah.
You need some G Fuel.
It was a whole freaking night thing, though. It literally went all fucking night. Like,
Isn't that the best,
obviously-
though?
Yeah, until the morning when it's like it's fun while it's happening, and then in the morning you're sitting there like, fuck. I think I slept the next day, the whole day. Like literally slept the whole entire day.
I'm a bit confused. How do you keep up the lies? What lies? What are you referring to? Weird truth-telling podcast.
Unless he's thinking I'm talking to 4 different women at once, like lying to each one while I'm with each woman.
Maybe.
They were all in the same room.
They all knew it was happening.
There was no lying there.
Busted hips. Yeah, there was busted hips. Yeah, no, that's probably my craziest experience. I don't have any BDSM stories.
That's for me to tell.
That's for you. That's
I
yours.
think
That's your
that probably like one of my craziest, like a lot of people aren't going to understand why this is crazy. I think you as like a doctor will probably get it more, as in like the toll on your body. But my first like official scene was I had a mentor, so it was a guy who was quite a bit older than me who had been into BDSM for a long time. There was no romantic feelings there. It was purely like contractual. He was helping me learn. That was it, kind of thing. But yeah, we had a 3-hour impact scene for my first ever scene. So basically I was beaten for 3 hours in a sexual way. That was pretty rad. That was probably my most like out there time. Then weirdest place, probably like tied to a gravestone. I think it's probably like the most weird. Like everywhere else has kind of been like, yeah, most people do that, but I don't know that most people have had sex tied to a gravestone. So yeah.
It was the professor.
I think, as I said, so I had somebody teach me.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're actually going to be on the podcast as well, by the way, guys. They're publishing a book at the minute, The Dark Secrets of BDSM, but they have said that once they're all moved and sorted and got their book published, that they're more than willing to be on. So I'm sure he'll give you some of the juicy details that I wouldn't dare say.
Fair enough. Yeah, there you go, Beckham.
You can actually watch it on his OnlyFans as well. It was recorded, so there you go. Don't do that.
Wow.
Anybody here?
No.
Wow.
But it is out
Suddenly,
there.
no, never mind.
They wouldn't know how to find him anyway.
Wow.
But yeah. Anyway, what about you, Beckham?
Oof.
Oof.
Church's gravestone's gonna. It's a connection. This is why we connected. It was just.
It was
meant
not
to
with
be.
each other, guys. Let's just put that out
Yes.
there.
No, it was not.
You have to clarify.
Just to confirm.
Yeah, Beckham. Anyway, your turn.
Come on, Mr. Host.
Wow.
He's regretting every bit of this right now.
I am. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Still rolling over in their graves.
I
They
got a
were
smile on my
having a
face,
great
but it's
time.
pain.
It's that smile that's like slowly like turning
It's a
into
grimace.
A true grimace.
Ugh.
Reconsidering all my life choices. It's okay.
You don't have
might
to if
have
you
to-
don't want to.
I was going to say I might have to pass on that one.
It's something we'll come back to when you've been on the show a bit more
Oh no.
and you stop giving a
You're ready
fuck.
to be-
Oh,
when you're ready to
God.
be spicy.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for. I've literally just got monetized on my other channel. I'm waiting for that to be removed. YouTube are going to be like, no,
Immediately. They're like, never mind.
get her off. We're not paying her a penny.
Oh no.
For what? Teaching kids? Or teaching people?
I don't know if saying
Oh,
tied up for 3 hours and beaten's education, but you know,
Educational.
yeah.
It's education for somebody.
It's not like it sounds. It's not. I just don't know how much
Yeah.
detail I'm allowed to go into on YouTube, so we'll just leave it at that.
Consensual, obviously, yeah.
Oh yeah, obviously. Educational.
Yeah. Yes.
Pain is pleasure for some people. If you're a masochist, you'll like it.
All right. We're going to dip into the relationship questions.
Mm-hmm.
I know Doc is going to love these. He's a relationship lover.
Literally gonna have nothing to do with in terms of anything that talks about relationships.
Well,
other
one
than
of
my
them
past.
is directly at you.
I
from
know
me.
it is. I saw who posted it too.
Yeah.
Love you, Doc.
I was gonna see if anybody's gonna post that question. Obviously, she decided to make sure she posted that question.
Love you.
All right.
Anyway, continue. What's your? Unless that's the first question.
No, I'll hold off. But what is your greatest fear in a relationship? Can be any kind of relationship in your case.
Being in
Friendship.
Their existence.
Nice.
That's my answer. If you need mod for this channel, I can do one. We'll let you know.
I think for me, with my history, with my wonderful marriage that I had, it would definitely be kind of just general abusive behaviour, whether it be physical or psychological. I guess kind of like patterns repeating themselves.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely abuse is my biggest fear.
Yeah.
Everybody get your tiny violins out for me.
Oh my god. For you, Chloe, specifically, do you think you will ever get married and have kids?
I was married. We celebrated my divorce together. We loved it. It
We
was
did, we did.
fantastic.
An incredible day. Went
I
down in
spent
history.
probably about 2 weeks, everything I did, saying to Elite, how does it feel, blah, 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 a divorced woman? So, like, how does it feel going to bed with a divorced woman? How does it feel that a divorced woman's cooking your tea? And he'd be like, shut the fuck up.
I love that.
Because, yeah, it was just this monumental thing. So, yeah, I have been married. So, there we go. And yes, we will definitely be having kids. One way or another, we'll have kids. That's a no-brainer for both of us. That was, like, one of the first things we ever spoke about was, like, do you want kids? Yeah. Do you? Yeah. Great. Let's go on a date then.
Just right off the bat.
Well, yeah, because what's the point in putting your time and effort into somebody if they are set that they don't want kids? There's nothing wrong with that. Not everybody wants to be a parent, and that's fine. But I've grown up knowing I do want to be a parent. So, so yeah, we will have
there's
kids.
definitely.
And I've already been married. I don't need to do it again.
No, there's. I 100% get that, because if you're with, like, if you get further down the road and in the beginning you knew they didn't want kids, and like say like you get married and then you're trying to convince them to change their mind, it's not like
No,
if
it'll
that's
never
not
work.
something that they ever want to do, then you can't force it on each other, and you shouldn't try to make something work that isn't, what's a good way to word it, that isn't gonna like satisfy both of you
to your
in life.
face?
I don't know, because I
That's
literally
weird.
have my face tracking off. It
You
just
were
does
like-
that sometimes. Just a sour
What's that
face.
word
I'm
I'm
eating
looking
an
for?
orange.
You're drinking my original lemonade, aren't you?
Oh yeah. That's me.
Sponsor me.
Alright.
I literally drink like
Sponsor
5
us.
of these a day now. I'm not drinking Red Bull. It's crazy. Yeah.
Red Bull sponsor out, Calypso sponsor in.
Yeah. Anything.
Red
A
Bull could
drink.
sponsor me.
Yeah, there
Yeah.
will be little elites, 1,000%,
Red Bull and
guys.
Calypso.
Calypso's not as popular over here, so we need something American. More American.
I
So
thought
Red
this
Bull,
was
I got you.
American because all the garages that sell the American sweets over here have these, and that was the only place I'd ever
Calypso,
seen them.
Calypso, I think it's not super popular, but I believe
It's not
it
super
is, yeah.
popular. I think it is here, but it's not popular.
So
The
you just send
blueberry
us the stuff you
lemonade?
can't get rid
Oh
of.
my god.
What's that?
You send.
Blueberry lemonade? Sorry.
Pretty much.
I've never tried that one.
It's so good. You gotta try it. Just like you wanted to, what was like the first real conversation we had? It was about Fanta. You wanted to try all the different flavors of Fanta.
I was working at the hospital and I went to the new vending machine and they had grape Fanta and I was like, oh my God, I didn't know this existed. And then I tried it and was obsessed with it until it made me feel sick one day, so I couldn't drink it anymore. And then I think we were talking about the different flavours and you was like, try this one, try this one.
There's strawberry, there's peach, there's raspberry.
I had a
My
peach one the
personal
other day.
favorite is strawberry.
If you go to the Coke machine, you can literally mix it with anything. Those Coke
Yeah,
machines.
the
that
Coke
little-
Yeah,
freestyles.
we have them at like
Freestyles.
the cinemas here have them, and
Yeah, that's where they started here.
some
Now
of
every
the
restaurant has
chains have them. Yeah.
Chili's. This is a plug for
Chipotle.
Chili's.
Oh, not
The
Chipotle.
first time I ever
We're going to the
tried
cinema next
strawberry
week for the first time in forever, and we're going to go watch the new what's it called? The one with dinosaurs.
Jurassic Park?
Yeah,
Jurassic
yeah.
Park.
Jurassic World.
We're going to go watch the new dinosaur film that's coming out, but we're going to watch it in 4D, 4X, whatever it is. We're going to the one where your chair shakes around.
That's going to be fun.
Yeah. Anywho,
And you knew this one was coming, Doc. What turned you away from relationships? Asked by our lovely Chloe herself. No way.
I mean, theoretically, I could answer this question by saying being in a relationship turned me away from being in relationships, but
falling in love with
Obviously.
Chloe and knowing I couldn't have her. It's all right, Doc. It's fine. Don't cry about it. It's
that's
okay.
technically what it was. All right, well, story time, right? This is what you guys want, story time? All right, here we go. The reason why Doc does not or stopped being in a relationship and became a man board. Everybody ready? Everybody got their cameras out? You guys are fucking recording this. I know you are. You
No, I'm
fuckers.
not. My hands are here. I'm ready.
And if you're watching this, I swear to God, you use this in fucking game, I will fucking kill you myself.
Oh. Now you know it's definitely gonna.
It's about
It's
to
the
go
chase.
down.
If you're watching this and you know who you are, thank you for making my life better. Anyway.
Oh.
So,
I'm sorry, I
obviously,
broke your heart. I
told
didn't
you
mean
a little
to.
bit about it. My only girlfriend and my first girlfriend was, and the person I dated, was obviously family friends. Like my dad, her dad, best friends. That's how we met each other. When I say best friends, like they were best friends, we were best friends. Like we literally are 2 months apart. So I was born in September. She was born in November, same year. Literally grew up together. Didn't really need any other friends. Best friends forever. Went through school, grew up as, like I said, like once you have that one best friend, you don't need any other friends, and that's what our relationship was until we got to the age of about 13. And we got into junior high here, which is 7th grade. That's when the school dances start and all that stuff starts, and then people start dating and all that. So that's when you start learning about that, and we decided we're gonna date. So we dated. Obviously, as that time it was just a little romance of little kids, and who knew? We didn't think of it going anywhere, right? So then we dated 7th grade, 8th grade, all of high school, and then after high school, I was going to med school. I was gonna go to college, and then eventually go to med school. I was gonna go to a different state. She was going to school in a different state, but we did decide to take our relationship to the next level. So we did get engaged, and plan on getting married after school. That was the plan. That was the initial plan. So we dated. Another 2 years went by, and then one day went to go surprise her. Turns out she was cheating on me. Caught her. Unfortunately, not like in bed with anybody, but caught her. So her parents and her family moved to the state that she was going to school in. So I went to their house, and obviously her parents knew me because they're pretty much her son-in-law. So asked them where she was. I was going to surprise her and stuff like that. They told her she was at the mall, stuff like that. So I took the car, went to the mall, went to go look for her, couldn't find her. And then I was trying to call her. She wasn't answering, obviously. So I was just like, she's probably busy shopping. Finally found her, and she was with some other dude. And they were like kissing and all this shit. And I was just like, all right. I literally had my heart broken to the point where I didn't say nothing to anyone. Went straight to the airport, or I dropped off the car back to the house, called an Uber or a taxi because there were no Ubers at that time. That's how old I am. Um, went to the airport, literally got the first flight out back home, and just flew. And nobody knew where I was. Obviously, like she found out from her parents. Obviously, when she got, she's like, "Oh, did you see him?" And she was like, "Wait, what?" And she's like, "Yeah, he went to the mall to come surprise you." And she didn't know, but I think she knew inside something had happened, and maybe she had gotten caught. Because then she started calling me. I wasn't answering. Obviously, I was on a flight, so I couldn't answer. My dad was calling me. Obviously, nobody could get a hold of me because no one knew I was on a flight back. So when I got off the flight, I saw the calls. Didn't feel like talking to anyone. Didn't feel like talking to my dad. Didn't feel like talking to anyone. 1 or 2 days without talking to anyone until finally, like, I had a wellness check done on me by the school security administration thing because they didn't know what was going on. I wasn't going to class. And obviously my dad had called school asking about my whereabouts, so they didn't know if I was gone, missing. So when they came to my dorm, because I was living in a dorm at the time, they found me. And so I called my dad, talked to my dad, explained the situation. Yeah, it was probably the hardest thing in my life. This is, yeah, granted, we only dated from 7th grade, but I mean,
It's a
it
long
was still 8 years
time.
of life. It was 8 years of life, but we knew each other since we were like
Yeah.
infants, so
It was
knew
a
each other
best
for
friend
20
as well
years.
as a girlfriend, wasn't it?
Yeah. So, um, yeah, that pretty much ended it for me because I told myself I would never let anybody have that much power over me again, to where it almost made me literally drop out of school. Like, I almost failed school.
Yeah.
And I knew how much of an impact it had in my life. So I told myself I'm just never gonna give anyone that power to be able to control me or have that big of an impact on me anymore, because it's my success, it's my life, it's my goals, and I made new goals that literally involved just me and for me. So that's what changed me into who I was. So that's why I say thank you, because I think it made me stronger as an individual. Did it ruin relationships for me? Yes. But um it definitely taught me something, I guess, in a positive way, to where I started caring more about myself than anyone else. Because I think I was at a stage in my life where I gave her all my attention and everything, and that's why it made such a huge impact on me. I know that for her, I guess it made an impact on her because she started obviously messaging me and stuff like that, and apologizing and realizing she had a mistake, and she just felt lonely and that she was going through stuff. But my thing was always this: that if you really felt that lonely, there's always things that could have been done. You could have asked me to transfer. You could have transferred yourself. We could have figured something out. But for you to go do what you did, you chose to do that. I didn't tell you to do that. You were an individual. You're an adult. You made your decision, and that's what happened. So yeah, after that, no more relationships for Doc. That was it.
Before that happened, did you kind of ever see yourself like married to 2.5 kids, that whole shebang, or yeah?
100%. Knew it from the beginning. This is the girl. This is the one I want to be married to. I mean, if I didn't, I would never have proposed to her in high school. Like, I was in high school, but I knew for a fact that we could wait 4 years and get married. And once we obviously had our goals and our career choices that were picked out, and it was, we'll get married one day. And I mean, it was never. I mean, Joe. Here's the thing: it wasn't long. It became long distance because of school, but it wasn't long distance when it started and when we got engaged. So, and it was only literally 2 years, and we would see each other almost like every break. So we would see each other at least 3 times a year. Um, yeah, no, it's definitely, like, that was my thing. Literally, my plan was, I'm gonna go to the hospital. She's gonna go to her office. Eventually, we'll have kids, and she can, at that point, do whatever she prefers, whether it's stay at home or with the kids, or continue working at the office, or combo of both, or whatever it may be, or maybe start off with the kids and then go back to work once they're older, whatever she would want to do. And like, we had talked about this, planned this out, like, already, like serious conversation type stuff. So yeah, it's just when you have those dreams get crushed, it especially when you're like when I've never dated anybody else in my life. I've been with one girl my whole life. At that time, Doc was not a man whore. Doc was literally one man committed, and I thought that would be the only person I'd ever be with in my life in terms of sleeping with, or anything in terms of that. It's just that was it. This was the one girl, and I didn't want to be with any other girl. So, that was that, And I grew up playing sports. I played football. I played soccer. So when you play sports and stuff, especially in American schools, you always get the girls that always try to. And I never gave two shits about anybody else because that was my girl. That was it. So, yeah.
Thank you, though. I want to thank her, because if that hadn't have happened, I wouldn't know you for sure.
That's true. You probably wouldn't know me. I probably had kids right now. Probably would have had kids. Probably be married. So
I would like to thank her on behalf of me and behalf of all the women that you've given a rolly good time to ever since then.
Yeah, I guess.
So
So yeah, that's just me. In my mind, I've, like you said, you got married once, right? You've been married, you've done it, you don't care for it anymore. In my mind, I've done it and don't care for it. Kids, I can adopt. Do I want to have kids? If I really want to have kids, I can adopt. I do think eventually I do want to have some child. I want to be able to give a life, but I can adopt. I don't have to have biological.
You are such a caring person. You are, and I think, like a lot of people, there is that kind of exterior tough guy wall, and but I've never had a stranger check up on me the way you have when I've kind of gone MIA, or given that kind of sympathy and that empathy to me as well. So I think if you ever decided that you did want to be a father, I think you'd be a bloody good one. And if you don't, then fuck it, keep having fun and screw in the whole of this area. I nearly said where you live there.
Yeah, don't.
I was like, oh wait,
and screwing all of America.
Screwing all over it. Yes, that's the eventual plan.
Yeah.
Was that the church girl? Yes, that was the church girl. That was the only girl at that time. So.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing that with us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, thank you. I do also agree that you would be a great dad.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
Tough love kind of style.
Yeah, true.
But that kid would be a riot.
Oh yeah.
Oh, my kid would.
110%.
My kid would be getting down with me.
Yeah.
My kid would be 15, 16, like, Dad, I'm going to bring some girl over. All right, make sure you fucking have condoms. Make sure you have this. Make sure you have this.
Is her mum single?
Is she bringing her mom? Yeah, is she bringing the mom over too, or what?
How old's her oldest sister? What's the age difference?
No,
20 years older? Brilliant.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the age difference between my roommate and her youngest sibling is 20 years.
Yeah, it will be Gramps. My Gramps character is going to be me when I'm a grandpa, if I am a grandpa.
I'm sorry.
Thank
I think
God.
I'm just going to have this focused on Beckham because the faces that his characters. Oh, God, no.
It's terrible.
No. What happened? There we go.
The immediate tone shift. Oh, no.
Oh, no. Not my face.
No. I don't know why it does that. I'm not even... The camera's literally pointed at the ceiling, so I don't know why it keeps having its own...
Your ceiling's having aneurysm.
Oh, God, it's a ghost.
I guess so. I don't doubt it.
The ghost is taking over your camera.
Yeah.
Make contact with you, Beckham.
Yeah, it's a ghost just sucking lemons over your camera.
Could be.
Mm-hmm.
I don't doubt it. I always feel like I'm being followed by something, so it kind of makes sense. But to hop back on track here,
Mm-hmm.
what's the most drunk you've ever been? Not really on track, completely different, but...
Several times passed out in hospital, stomach pumped, not knowing where I am, like ridiculously dangerous situations, like woke up in the middle of town centre covered in my own vomit, like, don't do it, it's not big, it's not clever.
No.
Like, as drunk as you can be without dying, I'm gonna say. Sometimes I think I cheated death with my alcoholism, but I wasn't an alcoholic, I just binge drunk like the whole of England do. But yeah, very, very, very intoxicated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I concur.
Are you there now?
He just goes, yeah.
No, I'm not there now. I think I've drinking. Oof. I think I've drinking to a point where I should have had alcohol poisoning, but didn't. I
Not
was
fun.
lucky enough.
You think it's fun at the time. You know, like when you go into the toilet and you're making yourself sick so you can carry on drinking, and you physically
Chicken rally.
Yeah. This one time, England were playing football for something, and I'd got a dress on, and I took a guy's England top and put it over my dress because I wanted to support England, obviously. And I remember being sat on the toilet in this nightclub, but it was where I worked, so I should have really, you know, I was training to be manager at this point. I should have been behaving better on my nights out. And I remember being sat on the toilet going for a pee and thinking I'm going to be sick, and trying to be sick between my legs, and I fell off the toilet and ended with my head underneath like the toilet cubicle door. And I was just stuck in this fucking white England top that I'd just stolen off some kid outside who was queuing for the guy's toilet, and I was like, I'm going to take your top. Made him think it was all like seductive and dressing him, and then just stole his top, ran to the toilet and got stuck on the floor. So don't drink, it's not fun. Yeah.
Fair. That's fair. No, it's...
You get yourself in dangerous situations many a times, you know.
100%.
If I hadn't have worked at the club from being 18 and known all the security, all the team there, God knows what the fuck could have happened to me if they didn't think to ring my dad or somebody to take me home. Because I was a mess. We've all been there, though, I think.
Eventually. If you haven't, you will be.
Yeah, everyone goes through it at some point. Most people do.
I never will. Just out of personal...
You get drunk off of like 2 beers.
No, it's because I'm super anxious.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
See, back then I wasn't. I was cool. I had never been married. And I was a cool person who didn't care. I was the party back then, believe it or not. Like, I spoke to everybody and anybody. I didn't get socially awkward. I didn't feel fear or nerves. It was cool, you know. I was bartender in VIP. Everybody wanted to be my friend because if they came in a couple of nights' time, they'd get a free VIP wristband, they'd get a bottle of vodka, and they'd get to sit with all the celebs. And so, you know, I was like the party chick that people wanted in their group.
Chick.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah. How times have changed.
All right. Well, I feel like you might have touched on your experience. But what's the stupidest thing you've done while drunk? It can be more tame.
Stupidest thing I've done.
It can be something that's just funny. It can be like a bad experience. Probably not a bad experience. But whatever.
I
think probably one of the dumbest
you really
things.
Remember what the dumbest things you've done until you wake up the next morning and get told what you've done?
One of the dumbest things I did the week prior. So I used to have we used to be open Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Thursdays was always dead. It was like student night, but we weren't a student town, so it was dead. And we'd have like one bar staff, so the rest of us would all go out drinking. And it was like £1 drinks, so we'd get smashed. So the week prior, I'd gone out and thought I was a ballet dancer, and with 8-inch heels on, there was a metal bar around the dance floor, and I put my leg up on it, fell over, and I sprained my ankle and twisted the ligaments in my knee. So I was on codeine for that, quite high strength codeine. And then, so the following week, when I went out drinking in said heels, my boss bought me a bottle of Sambuca to congratulate me for like, you know, I'd had a week off work and then come out drinking. So as a joke, he bought me a bottle of Sambuca. Fucking love that man. And with every shot of Sambuca for the whole bottle, I took a codeine with every shot. That's stupid, and you should not do that. That's probably the most stupid thing I did drinking.
Yeah. That's 2 depressants, and that's super, super fucked.
Oh, yeah. Like, that was when I woke up in the middle of town and was like, where the fuck am I?
Yeah, it's blackout.
Yeah.
I guess here's the thing. I don't remember experiencing this, but I guess the stupidest thing I've done is I did get arrested for this. I thought this girl cop was cute.
Oh God.
I guess I just got in the back of her cop car. Like I tried to get like in her cop car, and I sat in the cop car.
No.
Yeah, and I got it, and then she kept trying, and I'm like, "Why don't you just cuff me, baby?" And I was like, I guess I was saying, I don't know. Like I said, I don't remember what I said because I don't remember it, but All I remember is getting picked up from the PD station because I was put in the drunk tank. Thankfully, she didn't press any charges or anything on me, so I just had to go to the drunk tank. Yeah, we'll leave it there. Did hook up with her though, like a week later. So
Of course you did. That does not surprise me.
it did work. It did work though.
That's just
So
a
I guess
classic.
It did work. Yeah, because I saw her. Oh yeah, I saw her at the pub and she was off duty. And I remembered, and I went up and I apologized, and I told her, I'm like, "Can I buy you a drink? I'm so sorry. Thank you for not putting me in jail," and blah blah blah. And then we just like she just laughed at it. She was like, "Yeah." She's like, "I was very tempted." She was like, "You kept." I'm like, and then she kind of brought it up that I was flirty. Then I was like, "Well, yeah." I'm like, "Can you blame me? I mean, you're fucking gorgeous." And that led to like, "Let me buy you a drink." Till we sat there and talked at the thing, and then obviously things led to another. So. It worked out. It worked out in my favor. So
Chicka wow wow.
go to jail first, and then
And then work backwards.
it's like that officer that arrests you because you think your moves are not working, and then like as soon as you get out of jail, it's like, "Come here," and then you get punished by her. The way you want to be punished. So,
The fun kind of punishment.
appreciate
I'm
it,
just going to
baby.
say night to Brit while she's here. I think she said she's dipping. I think I've seen that. Good
Yeah.
night, all.
Have a good night, Brittany.
Thank you for stopping in. Anthony said when he was in his senior year, he went to a party and got absolutely wasted to the point he couldn't remember anything and woke up in another state. I think that's pretty impressive.
That is impressive.
Impressive.
That is impressive. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
What else we got?
The final question for this segment is: have you ever been high?
Yeah.
No. I mean, I've tried it, but do I like it? No, not really. I mean, I don't know. I think I'm more tired in my life as is. So doing like getting high just makes me more tired. I think people laugh more. Some people get hungry. Some people for me, I literally just pass out. Like I go to sleep. I'm just like deuces and then go to bed. That's it. So I don't do it. It makes no sense unless I'm trying to sleep. Then I mean, maybe I'll get into edibles or something and just put myself to sleep that way if I'm not having issues. If I'm having issues sleeping.
Yeah.
But other than that, yeah, no.
I think for me it depends on kind of strain. I've never been one for like regular drug use at all, apart from the medicated stuff, obviously. I think it depends on strain because I've had it when you have. I can't see. Sorry, I could barely hear you, and I couldn't see my little thing to turn you up on my headphones. Sometimes I would be like, my cheeks would hurt if I didn't laugh. I just remember being like walking down the stairs at a friend's house after we'd been smoking upstairs and like my face hurting because I needed to laugh so badly and like needed to eat crunchy food. But then other times, like you say, you do it and you just like, you're asleep, or it lasts like 2 minutes and then you're like, why did I do that? Everyone else is still stoned and I'm just sat here like, it's not funny.
Like, hey, can I go home now?
So that was fun. Let's do something different now.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
So now we have the more of like the dreams, the likes, the dislikes, more of just like general questions. More so rapid fire, maybe not. Depends on if what your elaboration is. But what is the number one place you want to travel?
For me, it's Spain. I want to live in Spain.
Boring. No, I'm joking.
Characters doing its thing.
Boring.
I'm joking. I don't know. I want to do like, I've got quite expensive taste when it comes to countries, so I want to do like Barbados, Jamaica, Aruba, Bora Bora, Seychelles, Maldives. Yeah, they're really expensive. They are
Only for
here,
you, but
yeah,
not
to
for
even
you.
get to. I mean, we looked at Cape Verde, and I think for one, I would never go there for a week, right? To me, you have at least 10 days, generally 14 days. And we looked for me and Elite to go for a week, and it was like nearly like $2,500 each for 1 week. And I was like, can I really justify that for 1 week? So
You
we
want to talk about
didn't.
expensive? I remember I almost took a trip, and it was a spontaneous trip. Maybe we should all go do it. Bora Bora.
Mm-hmm.
and you rent an entire villa side, and to rent that entire villa side for literally 4 days is 40 grand just for the rent, just to get the villa. So I almost literally almost fucking took my card out and spontaneously bought that until I was like, wait, the fuck am I doing? So, but maybe we'll do it as like a everybody meet and greet type thing. We'll just all meet at Bora Bora.
Fuck it, we'll get a lineup to pay for it. He's got enough money.
I'll split it with him if he wants. There you go. There you go. Now you're watching. If you're watching now, there you go.
There you go, lineup.
You want to split it? What? I got 20K on it right now.
A big group trip.
There you go.
The whole of Redline.
20 grand, and I'll play for it.
20
grand.
Oh god.
No, I don't know about all of Redline. It's not gonna fit all of Redline, but
all those over 21.
Yeah.
Yeah.
21 or older. Yeah. 20 grand, and I'll pay for everyone's flight. I'll do that. Get my points.
So when should I pack my bag? When should I be ready?
21. We said over 21, not 21 and over. We said over 21.
Yeah, sorry, Beckham, you're qualifying.
Oh god.
Try again next year.
Hopefully by the time this trip takes place.
We're talking about like 2 months. Are you gonna be 21?
Tomorrow. That's where we're going this weekend.
ID.
That's actually where we're going this weekend, guys. That's the truth of it.
Yeah.
Damn.
That's why you're
comes out
none
like
of us
this.
on Redline.
Baileys and coffee, yeah.
What?
My character, it's so bad. I don't know why it does that.
And Baileys and coffee, someone's just said, that's an elite combination. That hits different. I love Baileys in anything.
Mr. A says I can get you a fake.
Get you fake.
He draws a little character on it.
Just make sure he doesn't use his animations.
Oh god.
I was roasting him about his animations yesterday.
Yes, you were.
Oh god.
Poor Mr.
Waiting for that wow comment right now.
He goes,
oh no, or just that I'm confused.
No,
oh my god, don't bring that back, please. We finally kind of gotten out of that phase.
Ram? Why am I Ram? It's not my name.
It's your name backwards. I don't see it. There's nothing to see. It's just a fact. It just is. MRA. It's an anagram of your name. I don't get it. I don't understand.
I was like, if you mix up the letters, I'm confused. I'm like, stop.
But he understood how everyone else's anagram worked, but he didn't get why he was Ram.
I think it was for
attention.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe
for a character he's trying to play.
He's getting ready for Redline.
He's prepping.
He's prepping.
Yeah. Can you imagine Battery and I'm confused having a conversation?
Oh my god.
I think I would shoot both of them mid-conversation. I'd just not be able to do it. And then I'd just shoot myself before the cops came and arrested me. I wouldn't even run. I'd be like, just arrest me.
Just take me away, please.
I just want to be a spectator. I don't want to be in the conversation.
I don't want to be...
Officer, can you arrest me? You haven't done a crime. I would just shoot the officer. Like, right in the leg. Be like, there you go. I've done a crime. Now take me away.
No, not you, Nat, but your character of Battery. Like, you know, when he's silly and confused and doesn't know what's going on.
Did you see him in his stream today? He had little glimpses of Battery going on.
He was Battery.
He wasn't... No, but when he was talking to the chat.
Oh, yeah. He can't read for shit.
Yeah.
No.
Mr. How long have I been streaming? And I think Brittany was the one that said, not streaming long enough. And he's like, what do you mean I can't make you laugh? What? Like, how are you getting laugh out of long? Like, just the one letter, the L, that's the only letter. Like,
and G.
Well, technically the G. The G is silent, though, in laugh. Like, come on, man.
Jeez.
Lauga.
The G is no longer silent. It's a new word.
Yeah. Lag.
New pronunciation. Lag.
We all know lag too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, next question.
Yeah. This kind of goes off the... I know, right? If you could live anywhere, where would it be?
I'd just answer that. Spain.
I don't know. I have two very different sides to me. Part of me says Mexico, and part of me says like back home, because like We're looking at houses nearer to my family. I'm really sorry, Elite's mum, if you're watching this and you've just found out that I'm going to steal your son and move him away from you. We're looking at houses more like central between our families because I don't like not living near my family. So yeah, part of me is like Mexico, love that country, love every single second of it, every centimetre of it, sorry. And then the other half of me is like, no, because I'd miss my family too much. Yeah. So yeah. Either Lincolnshire or Mexico, either or.
Yeah. If you were invisible for a day, what would you choose to do with that power? A lot of these are just random skip around ones.
Rob a bank.
Oh.
I'd steal so much shit. No, I don't know actually, because then what would you do with the money? Because they'd know.
Well, it's only for a day.
Yeah, but then you can't spend it because they'd know that the money had been taken. And then if you then randomly start spending
cereals.
money.
But I mean, if you don't spend it in like exorbitant amounts,
then
like
what's
if you're
the
not
point?
like, but then like,
I could really quickly put it on crypto.
you could, or just make like, I don't know, if you have loans, make loan payments with it.
Maybe
like smaller. I don't know.
I was invisible.
I really don't know what I would do.
Do you know what I would do actually? I'd go in the bathroom when Elite claims to be having a poo and see why it takes him 7,000 hours.
It's because we're watching videos when we're taking a shit.
The amount of times I'll shout and be like, "Are you okay in there?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'm just watching TikTok."
Yeah, that's what it is. We're done like in 10 minutes, but we sit there and continue watching because until our feet are like, until you get the sleepy feet, when you get that tingle in your feet and you can't get up anymore, then you're like, oh, all right, I'll sit for another 5 minutes, and then then you get yelled at, and then we get, well, he gets yelled at. I don't get yelled at, but
I don't yell at him. It's just more of a, "Are you okay? You've been gone for 4 hours. What's happening?"
All the guys know what I'm talking about. You guys sit there until you get the numb feet. And you don't want to get up at that point. You just keep watching videos.
You don't want that visual. Listen, right, I'm a kind of no boundaries relationship. So like, I always get in the shower first, and then he'll get in the shower, and as I'm leaving, he'll be like, "Can you close the door?" And I'm like, "No, I can't. We're an open door household. We leave the doors open."
Open door.
What are you hiding? And it's
What are you hiding?
And it's because, right, so my dog Sky, we bought her in my previous marriage. She grew up as a puppy in like a very not nice environment, and she doesn't trust men from that. You know, she witnessed a lot of shit that nobody or no animal should have to witness. So it took her a lot to kind of trust Elite, really. But she's always like followed me everywhere. So if I've showered, she sat in the bottom of the shower as a puppy because it wasn't safe for me to leave her without me. So she went everywhere with me. So now if you go to the toilet and close the door and she's the other side of the door, she will scratch that door till it's opened. Like you cannot leave her. So if you go and get the shower and close that door, we've got handles that are like this. So you push it down. She opens them because she jumps up with her feet, opens the door. So I'm like, no, you leave the door open. But now the puppy has got used to that. So Elite was in the shower yesterday, and Milo's just stood with his face like this against the glass, just staring at him. And he was like, "Get him out of here." But yeah, that's what I'd do. I'd see what he does when he's pooing and why it takes him so long.
I don't know what I would do. I don't know if I would even want to be invisible for a day.
I'd rather fly.
I get bored of it. I don't know. Go listen to people talk shit about each other, I guess. And just listen to their conversations and just eavesdrop on them. That's about it. I mean, I don't know what the...
I don't want to see what people say about me.
Yeah. I don't know if I would.
I would never bring it up. I want to know.
I feel like in order to have people just start talking about you out of nowhere, you'd have to have something come up to mention you.
You send a text. You say, "Hey, what are you doing today?"
Yeah.
And they're like, "Oh, this kid."
Yeah, I guess, maybe. I don't know.
You're just a floating phone. It's like, why is that phone floating?
That looks like Beckham's phone. Speaking of, he's just messaged me.
Yeah. It's not me. I don't know what you're talking about.
I guess I would scare people. That'd be kind of fun too.
Just sneak up behind them.
Haunt people.
Haunt them for sure.
Haunt them for sure.
Haunt them for sure.
All right.
Wait, I guess the political thing would be one way I just go take care of all the terrorists out there, right? You could just sneak in and just
Oh, I didn't think of that.
take care of them. That would be the patriotic answer to say.
I don't know if I
Fuck
could
that.
do that though. I don't know if I could kill somebody.
I could.
Like I can wish people dead, but I don't know if I could be the one. I don't know. I'd like to think I could if it was somebody like a terrorist, you know, but I don't know that I could do that. So I don't know. I'll leave that for you.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, there's that.
I'm Robin Banks and Doc's saving the world.
Superhero.
Do you have a hidden talent?
I mean, if I
In
say
the
yes, can
bedroom.
I was gonna say, do I have to show it to you? Because there's not a way I could show it to you.
You don't have to show it.
Then yes,
But what's your hidden talent?
It's hidden.
it's
Okay.
hidden.
Well, now we know that they have hidden talents. It's okay.
Ask about my tongue.
Oh god.
Ask what that tongue do.
The Hitler conundrum. Yeah.
That one I asked earlier. What's your worst habit?
Answering these questions. Oh.
Oh no. Are they that bad?
No. I don't know. Being too caring. I think
Oh,
that
yeah.
Gets, that gets to me. Being too caring. I let people take advantage, like, of my caring. Not that I care, because it doesn't impact me anymore, but it's just,
But like to like look back on it and be like, wow, like I really
yeah, it just makes you be like, what the fuck? I really did that.
yeah.
I'm thinking of a certain somebody.
Mm.
Snakey McSnake. I'm going to name drop him by the end of this, you know. So I'm going to end it. I'm going to be like, goodbye, everybody, and goodbye, blah-de-blah-de-blah. You're a cunt.
You're what? Count up? What? I didn't hear what you said. I heard a T word. I didn't know what it was.
The other forbidden C word.
Oh.
I think I do this. I chew my skin. It's not going to focus.
No.
Okay.
It's not gonna focus.
I
I'll
do
take
that.
your word for it.
I chew my. It's not like to a gross level, but
Oh,
it's
you peel your skin, like you peel off the dead skin type thing. Yeah.
Not to the
I've seen
On,
point.
like the edges of your nails.
Yeah, like it's not bleeding or anything like that. I don't like make it do it that bad, but that's like a constant thing for me to the point where I'll stop what I'm doing. I'm constantly like doing that and rubbing my fingers to find a bit, and then I'll stop what I'm doing. Like if I'm driving, I'll be like, I need to get it there and then. That's a bad thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel that's not the worst. There's definitely worse. I'm a bit of a cunt, you know. I'm a bit. My mental health's not great, guys. Okay, like I've got a diagnosis and shit, and I'm not gonna go into the details of that because people use it as an excuse, but it's never an excuse. You can, you know, manage and learn to live with that shit. But sometimes things get a bit. I let things get to me too much than they should, like people's opinions, especially, and. I'm very like hot and cold, so I either love you or you're dead to me. There's like no, I don't regulate those kind of emotions. So like, yeah, I can be real nasty. Like I'll be nice to anybody, but then if you're bad to me, my mission is to be worse to you, and that's like I'll hyper fixate on that. Yeah, that's it. Probably that I'm a cunt. There we go.
What is your biggest pet peeve? Like what's something that you absolutely can't stand?
Noisy eaters.
Ignorance.
Mm-hmm.
I can't stand ignorance. It just irks me. And I guess some people can't control it, but it just fucking irks me.
Or when people are ignorant to a topic and then try to argue about the topic that they're ignorant to as well, with no like willingness to educate themselves, and you're like, the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't do it.
Yeah, that's fair. Let's see. What is your biggest fear?
Physically, spiders. Mentally, abandonment. Like when Doc left me for all these Redline fans.
She's never gonna let it go.
Yeah, no. I don't know. I guess mentally would be failure. I don't know if I really have a physical thing. I could care less about stuff. I don't get afraid by things. It's. I'm very big on like trying things. Like I've grabbed spiders, I've held spiders, I've held snakes, I've held rodents, I've held so much. Like they don't scare me. I mean, they're animals. They're humans. They're lives. They're not humans, but they're lives. Like they're just another life.
Do not tell me spiders are humans.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's my next nightmare. Great, thanks.
I mean, like, you know what I mean? Like they I always like try to see things from their perspective. Like we're so much bigger than them, and we could just crush them. So like it's like you're sitting there and you're like you're afraid of them, but they're probably way more afraid of you because all you need to do is just put your foot on them and they're dead.
Then get the fuck out my house. I have deals, right, with my spiders, and I'll be like, listen, Robert, I told you to stay in your fucking corner, and you've crept out, and now you're near my bed, so now you're going to be killed. If you'd have stayed in your corner, it'd be fine. No.
They need to eat. Do you know spiders come on you when you sleep?
Yeah, I know. They get in your mouth as well. You eat them. Elite does when he's laid there.
What a
sleep apnea.
Yeah.
Anyway, continue. What were you saying, Beckham?
Let's see.
Oh, I thought you were going to say something.
I was, and then I completely lost my train of thought. That's my bad. Yeah.
Beckham stole our hoodie, by the way. I just realized that.
Yeah, because I told him it was the uniform.
I'm wearing my uniform. What are you talking about? You guys are out of uniform? That's kind of...
We're guests. We can wear whatever we want.
Yeah.
You're not wrong. Okay. We'll let it
We're not staff today.
That's okay.
You've even got to do the outro.
Yeah, you do have to do the outro.
That's fine. I'll figure it out when we get to it.
Cross that bridge.
I'll cross that bridge. It's okay. Who was your first celebrity crush, and who is your celebrity crush now? I feel like I know who your celebrity crush.
I know mine now. I'm just trying to figure out my first. Just always looking up the name.
No, I'm not. I'm just reminding myself of how beautiful they are. You like when you remember somebody and you're like, oh. I even had this dude on my... I used to get a phone case every single year with this dude on it.
50 Cent?
No. That wasn't my first crush. No.
Oh. I don't know if you know already. Go ahead. I gotta think about my first one. I'm just trying to figure out who it was.
Okay, so I had two. They were both from Lord of the Rings, my first ones. So it was definitely Orlando Bloom, but just as Legolas, not in anything else. Just as Legolas. I don't know if I want to admit who my second one was.
Say it.
Good old Frodo Baggins. So Elijah Wood, but just as Frodo, no other character that he's ever played. So yeah. That's it. Legolas and Frodo. And then my now has got to be definitely 50 Cent, Henry Cavill, and then a guy on TikTok who's verified, so I'm taking him as a celebrity, who's called, his real name is Thor, and he literally just gets topless and wears trousers with like suspenders hanging down and just chops trees. Oh, it's brilliant. Him. Yep.
You know, Elite's a celebrity.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
That guy. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and Elite,
Wow.
Detective Elite Prime. Ooh. He's what wet dreams are made of, that guy.
Eleanor Roosevelt claims. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, no. Helen Keller. No.
Please.
I'm definitely in a different time frame of celebrity crushes, but I want to hear who your first one was first.
I think my first one. I'm trying to think if there's anyone before her, but I think my first one was Britney Spears before craziness happened because she wasn't married back then. Like I'm talking about Coyote, like ugly, like Britney Spears when she was a young teenager, like fucking
Yeah.
Britney Spears.
So it's clear you got
Christina
like
Aguilera was probably a close second because they always had the thing going before she got all her fucking fakeness put on.
Mm-hmm.
And for those that are gonna be like, "Oh, Britney Spears," it's because you grew up seeing Psycho Britney and Plastic Christina.
Yeah.
I grew up seeing the actual, like when they were teenagers, like 18-year-old, 19-year-olds that were like
Same
gorgeous,
age as
like,
you, a little bit older, and it was like, yeah.
So,
They're very like pure looking.
very innocent, like
Yeah.
cowgirl. Like, well, Britney Spears was like the southern, like innocent belle. Christina Aguilera was the same until then she did the whole topless fucking music video, and everybody went like,
She
"Oh my
was
God,
so hot and dirty.
Oh my God, yeah, she was.
So hot. She's not the same person anymore.
She's not. They're both not. That's what's crazy. Is they're both not.
But I think she went the other way though. She's more like tame, sweet, innocent now, especially after she did Burlesque and she was like this beautiful girl next door kind of person.
Just hit me, baby, one more time. Yes,
Yeah.
go watch that, Brittany. Oh, oh. But yeah, for those that probably, if you're in the Discord, you know who my current is. At least, oh, maybe not. It was on. I think I was spamming in Nat's Discord. I didn't spam it in ours too, though. I put it in ours, but it's definitely Scarlett Johansson. She is gorgeous.
She is. She's one hot lady.
Listen, 4 of those kids are mine. She just doesn't want to admit it.
I've just sent a picture of that TikTok guy in backstage, just so you can all. In fact, I'm just going to let's see. Will it? It won't focus. It won't focus. Just go look at him. Go look at him. Go look at him.
I think my first celebrity crush was probably somebody from Big Time Rush, Kendall Schmidt.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, that's why I said we're in very different.
Big Time Rush. Let me have a little Google. My hair's is growing.
Guys,
as
this
I'm
is
saying.
my celebrity crush.
Not
right
now,
here.
but then.
You can't see it. You're not gonna be able to see it because of the fucking backstage thing.
Yeah.
We're gonna get this, okay? We're gonna make this.
Oh yeah, that
merch.
brick wall. Down that brick wall's so hot.
So hot. Celebrity crush right here. There it is. Me, myself, and I.
It's not working.
It's okay. It's
What
okay.
did you say, Becca? I can't remember who you said.
Kendall Schmidt. SCHMIDT. But in the height of the Big Time Rush era.
And isn't it crazy how you can be so attracted to a character but
Yes.
not attracted to the actor?
Yes. Because now I'm like,
I'm like that with, good old Tommy Shelby from Peaky Blinders. In that, when he's like, oh, let's fucking fight. That, he's so hot. But Cillian Murphy, no, not attracted to him at all. Think he's a bit weird looking. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway. Who's your celebrity crush now?
My celebrity crush now?
Gramps.
Not Gramps. I hate to
Wow.
say. I'm sorry. It's not Gramps.
Wow. There goes your free
know.
merchant link access.
I know.
Do I get my link?
Yeah, you get the link.
Thank you.
That's tough. I would say
Moment of silence.
Moment of silence. Maybe Callum Hood from 5 Seconds of Summer.
Ooh. That's a shout.
Or Luke. Where I actually didn't get my namesake from in Redline, but it kind of just worked out.
I can't remember his name now. It's going to be Ronnie. He's in the band. Oh my god, this is going to annoy me. It's got long black. Is he called Ronnie? Went to prison. It's like a metal band. Ronnie Coleman? Nope. Who the hell is that? That's some big ass bodybuilder.
Well, while you're looking that up,
heavy
was the
metal singer, long black hair, tattoos. I don't think that's
That's not gonna work.
every
No.
one ever. Yeah, no. Anywho.
Everyone ever. What was the stupidest purchase you've ever made?
I really don't regret any purchases I ever make.
I have
I do.
instant buyer's regret.
Yeah.
I don't. If I'm gonna buy it, I'm gonna buy it.
You had buyer's remorse yesterday when you bought a motorbike for 2 million.
I was in game.
You still had buyer's remorse though.
No, I didn't, because I still kept it.
Yeah,
could
I've
sell
kept
it.
everything.
5 people have messaged me asking.
Maybe
for it,
this.
actually. The bear.
This
Big Dior
ridiculous bag. Yeah. Maybe
I
this.
think she's trying to flex the Dior.
No,
She's
I
trying
honestly,
to regret. She's just flexing the Dior, guys. That's what she's doing here.
it's the size of it. The size of
She
it's
just
the
wants a
issue.
sponsorship so she can get more bags for free.
I mean, I hope Christian Dior decides that they want to sponsor us.
Or I could just pull out that. You see this tube here?
I'm trying to get that sponsorship too right now.
You see this tube?
I would take a Gucci sponsorship as well. Or Versace.
I'll take a Versace sponsorship.
Oh.
That tube, that's
Actually-
a giant Aladdin poster.
Alanip.
It's an Aladdin poster that he
You bought
sent.
that?
No, he sent it before his merch went. You know the comic book posters he did? That's a
yeah, yeah.
huge one of those. That's where it will stay until we burn it. Joking.
Wow.
Joking. Please don't ban me from
jeez.
Redline.
He's watching right now.
Please don't ban me from Redline.
Elite's about to get a message right now. You're about to get a message from him. Like,
Yeah,
"Did
just
you
you
tell
wait.
her we're
Podcast
bringing
is done.
Get her out of Redline.
it?" All right. Well, there you go. Let's see. What else? I don't know.
What
I don't.
else?
I'm trying to think of my stupid purchases.
I
Or
regret
here, I'll
things
phrase it.
like in the moment and then I use it or I like it, so then I'd stop regretting
There's
it.
things that I purchased that I don't use, but I don't regret it.
All right, Mr. Moneybags. I do stupid things like, I'll be having like a manic episode and I'll go online and spend like 200 quid on clothes back when I had no disposable money, and then I'd be like, why have I just spent that money? Now I can't afford my bills this month. Why did I do that? So that used to be I just was bad with my money, but there was no real like particular thing.
Yeah, no, like
If you can't think of anything, to rephrase a little bit, not rephrase, but what's the highest amount of money you've ever spent in one purchase
you don't
on something
know
that you thought was like
don't wanna
genuinely
know.
worth it?
You don't want to know that.
Probably my car. I think that's most people's most expensive purchase.
Yeah, my
Yeah.
most
I
expensive.
mean,
was
other than my
car.
house, yeah, mine would technically be the house,
Yeah.
Mm.
but I'm not. I don't regret it.
No, that's what I mean. Like one that you don't.
Highest purchase, yeah, that would be the house.
Did you buy it outright?
Yes.
Nice.
Actually, since it was my first house, I first originally did not buy it outright, so I could get a tax break on it, and then I paid it off after I got the tax break.
Nice.
So I saved the interest.
Mhm. Yeah, mine's definitely my car.
But my car would be my second most for sure. My car is almost, no, it's not almost, but one of my cars is almost close. Is close to the price of the house.
My brother's like that. They've got quite a few properties, but like when they've got all their cars at home, when his and his husband's cars are parked on their drive, their cars are worth more than their house. And they've got a nice house, like it's not by any stretch of it. Like they call it their starter home, and they're gonna they've done so much work on it that they want to they're gonna sell and get something else. But for most people, it'd be like their dream forever home. But yeah, he told his husband that he's pre-ordered a third Tesla, so he's got 3 on pre-order now, and the one he drives daily. And he told him that whilst sat at ours when I was like, Lee, I didn't know that you'd ordered another Tesla. He went, yeah, another 3. And his husband was sat there like, what? Like stupid money. But
I
yeah.
do plan on buying a new bike this summer.
What kind are you looking at?
V4, but the one I'm looking at is Super Leggera, and they only made 100. And there's one in New York that I can get.
Uh-huh.
It's expensive.
Mm.
Very expensive.
I like cruisers.
For people that know, obviously bikes are usually about 15 to 20 grand for decent bikes, new. Ducati obviously is a little more expensive, but it's still like 25, 30 grand for a new Ducati. This one is up there.
I can
It's
imagine.
definitely I'll tell you the price. You can look it up. I mean, but it's a Ducati V4 Special Super Leggera. There's only 100 made in the world, and this one's 100,000. So I really, really want it. I really, really want it. If not that, I might just get the V4. There's another limited edition. That's the Arc Horse one. I think is 50 grand, and the original one is 25, 28 grand. So, if I may get the Super Leggera. I'm very tempted. And this guy knows this is who I bought all my cars from. So he's got one for me, and he's holding it for me. I want it.
Would you use it regularly, or would it just be like a?
Maybe every summer. I mean, when I can. In the winter,
Yeah.
there's no way I can use it in Chicago, especially. But I would definitely drive it this summer. So 3 months of the year I'll be using it. 3 to 4 months of the year.
Mm.
So a third of the year. And it's a bike that's gonna hold its value because it's obviously.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Would you do it as more of like a collectible item because it's so rare? But then I suppose if you're only gonna ride it, as and when in the summer, then it's gonna keep its condition, isn't it?
Yeah. And then it'll be in the garage covered and everything, so that way it's nice and kept. Because it obviously gets wet in good old Chicago because of the rain. So it's important to keep it out of the rain and keep it from getting moisture, so that way it doesn't get rust and stuff on the chrome areas of it. So we'll see. You have a CBR 1000. I don't think I would trust you on a bike. I don't think the world should trust you on a bike.
No.
I think you need to start wearing helmets when you ride your bike.
I think he needs to wear helmets to walk around.
You might need to be like the bubble boy. You need to be in a bubble.
The bubble boy. All right. To wrap this segment up before we hit Elite's questions.
Oh God.
If you had to choose, what are 3 things that you absolutely need to be happy in life? Or just to be satisfied with where you're at? Content.
It's a tough one. Everyone's got different things. Obviously, everyone values things differently.
Love, financial stability, and my family. Like, I don't mean to be love. I mean, I need to love somebody. They don't need to reciprocate it. They just need to accept it from me.
For me, it would be financial stability. Goals. I think that's what drives me the most. Some type of goal. And a couple. I'm trying to think which one would be. It's weird, but self-love, I guess, is the best way to put it.
Masturbation. Got it.
Yeah.
No, I know what you mean.
Yeah, no, self-love. I think for me those would be my 3 big things.
Yeah. I think mine would have to be financial stability, friends, and probably family. I mean, you could technically loop those 2 together.
Good.
Yeah. I don't know what my third would be if I did loop those together.
What about you guys in chat? What's the 3 things you guys need in life to be happy? And battery, I swear to God, Nat, if you say batteries, I swear to God, this is not in character. 3 things that you actually need in life to be happy.
Yeah.
I think you could maybe loop it more as like companionship as opposed to like friends or family.
Yeah.
You need that like,
Companionship.
yeah. Every one of us said financial stability.
Money. It's just the proper way of saying
But
money.
not to be rich or a millionaire, but to be stable, to know that my bills are covered and I don't need to worry about money.
And if you make a purchase, you don't have to be like, can I actually make that right now?
Do I need to add
Move
up everything I'm
stuff
putting in the
around.
trolley?
Yeah.
Nice, eh? Nice.
Mr. A is goals, family, and financial stability. What
Yeah.
else? Who else is
The
things
16
you guys
viewers, come on, tell us what makes you
top 3
happy.
thing you value? Family, friends, and to live.
Life without regret.
Mhm.
Yeah. Oh, my character's doing it again. Oh, one eye is closed this time.
Money. you
Oh,
guys
it
are
went
my
off just as I clicked on it.
mom. Did you see mini OG said money, you guys are my mom. You put us before your mom?
Aw.
I like that, but I don't feel like you're digging deep enough there because you would
Yeah,
still
no,
be
we should
happy
not
if you'd
be-
never met us.
Yeah, that's true.
It doesn't mean people can't add to your happiness, but they're not a condition
Unless you're saying friends.
hmm And in
Good
that case,
mental
I'm not
health.
your friend. I'm joking.
God. Somebody,
this is actually a good one. Good
Yeah.
mental health, good physical health,
Yeah.
and good relationship with current family.
yeah, that is a good one.
Meet watching Trayton. If that's one of your top 3s you value in life, I'm sorry.
I'm going to say it. He's pretty boring to talk to, in all honesty. Like, he wouldn't be fun to have on the podcast. Sorry, Trey.
No animals were harmed in the making of that
He
statement.
wouldn't. He's always out of town. He's never at home. He's barely online as it is. It would be that strict a schedule as to when he could be on. We wouldn't be able to sit and ramble. It'd have to be like for this specific time. Then he'd have to like get a flight somewhere or do something. There'd be so many topics you couldn't talk about. There's so many like up and coming work that you can't talk about, or like stuff that's contracted. And no, you don't want guests like that.
Yeah. All right. Well, move on. Let's go. Elite questions.
Yeah. All right. So, Mr. Elite Prime, Detective Elite Prime himself, has asked a series of questions.
Let me just message him actually and tell him we're doing them. Don't know if he's still live. Oh, do you like my pop socket? It says "Not today, muggle fuckers."
That's actually cute.
Wow.
I love it. You know, Harry Potter and all that. He's not live, I don't think.
He is. He looks like he stopped 10 minutes ago.
Yeah.
I can hear his chair. He's about to feed the cat. It'll appear shortly.
Appear shortly.
Okay.
All right. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Whenever you are.
All right. So I feel like I covered that one earlier. The first one was the most embarrassing thing you've done, but I feel like I covered that one with you guys earlier.
Mhm.
What's something people seem to misunderstand about you? Like, what's the most common misconception that you get?
And I'm white. I mean, maybe it's not white, but I think people don't expect me to look like I am based on my character.
No, I think I either thought white or black, not going to lie.
Middle.
That was just my...
You went to the far ends of both spectrums, and I ended up being in the middle of it.
Yeah, literally. I think... Do you know what? It's a weird thing because I had a conversation not long ago with a guy who was in Elite's Discord, and there was shit kicked off that it was unnecessary. It wasn't needed. And I was kind of dragged into the middle of it. I was blamed for stuff that I didn't even know had happened, let alone I wasn't part of the decision making of it. And then this guy had watched a couple of my streams, and then he messaged me and was like, I'm really sorry. I completely got you wrong. I listened to what people said about you, and I should have just like took you on face value, and I didn't. So I think people kind of...
in terms of...
Yeah. So people kind of think that I'm this like big bad person who's like come into Elite's life and, made him like get rid of his Discord mods or made him change things, when actually it's been like fuck all to do with me. And it's a lot of it's coincidence, or a lot of it's been brought on by people's actions and the way they've acted. And some of it has been, yeah, you've been a cunt to me, but that's just because you're a cunt and he doesn't want you to be on his staff team. That's not because it involved me, But then the other one I think is people presume that I'm like stuck up or arrogant, but that's just my social anxiety and my awkwardness, that I'll kind of just be like silent. I'll just be sat in a room in a very straight face and not talking to people. So people think I'm being rude, and I'm not. I'm scared. But yeah.
Fair enough.
The next one is, what is the most useless things you do?
YouTube. Just kidding.
Podcast.
No.
Never the podcast.
Useless. I don't want to say I do anything useless in my life at the moment, at least. I mean, have I done useless stuff in the past? Yeah, but I mean, I'm happy with where I'm at. Here's the thing: my day is consumed with content and then work, and I don't think any of them are useless. So it's kind of difficult, and then I sleep. And unfortunately, sleep is not useless either. I mean, technically, some people may think sleep is useless, but sleep, I mean, it's not useless. So it's difficult. I mean, I don't really do much other than that. Like, it's part-time YouTube, part-time or full-time work, and then full-time sleep, part-time sleep. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. That's tough.
I've forgotten what the question was, I'm not gonna lie.
What do you do that's useless?
What's the most useless things you do?
It's the most useless stuff that you do.
Probably cook and clean, because Elite's like a tornado and just makes a mess behind me the second I do it, and I can cook him a 3-course meal and he'd eat it and then make a pot noodle after and eat that, or something random. So that's probably that.
I guess for me, I technically I could say, if based on that kind of makes me be able to say like I cook too much, because it ends up being like leftovers for like 5 days, and then after like one day of eating it as leftover, I'm not going to eat it, so I throw it away anyway.
Yeah.
So I guess that would be the most useless thing, and probably the most wasteful thing I do.
Yeah.
That's why I've stopped buying groceries, because I buy food and I'm like, oh, this will.
Yeah, no, it's just I don't want to measure stuff, so it's just put everything in and to cook it, and it's like now it's just way too much because it's just one person eating it. So
Yeah.
it's like,
I grew up cooking for a house of 9, so it's really, I struggle to cook for 2 people now.
I mean, here's the thing: when you look at recipes, when you look at things on how to cook stuff, it's always for family of 5, 6, feed 6, 7 people. You're never gonna get one, so you have to put everything and divide everything by like 6. And you're sitting there like, all right, 1 cup.
I don't want to do that much math.
I gotta do like, and then I'm like, you know what? Fuck this. 1 cup. You make it for 6, 7 people. Well, it ends up being 6 days of fucking leftovers. So now you're sitting there like, fucking hell.
See, what I used to do, I'd buy like a month of food in one go. Bachelor problems. Yeah, Joe. And then I would cook it all straight away. So I'd cook like 5 meals. This was like in my little period of being alone. So I'd cook everything and then put it in like the takeaway containers and just freeze it. And then it was done.
They look into all that meal prep stuff. I was gonna say those meal prep stuff where they send you the meals and they send you like enough for a meal and you just cook it. We start looking into those.
Like HelloFresh and Gusto and
give us a code so we can start spamming it. Let me get that 1 month trial, baby. What is it? GoFresh? HelloFresh? What is it?
HelloFresh.
Yeah, HelloFresh.
I can get you a half price box if you want. Oh, I don't know if it'd work overseas actually. Maybe I can't. I keep playing with
Yeah.
this, and I think I've broken it.
I was playing with my pen earlier.
This is a thing to take your keys off your keyboard.
Yeah.
But I've been doing this. Oh, sorry. I've been
Yeah,
doing
don't
that, and I've like pushed it open. We've got loads of them. Anywho,
Speaking of HelloFresh, what's your favorite food?
chicken,
I think she's answered that like 20 times.
pasta. Oh, chicken pasta.
For me, it's like salmon,
Oh, teriyaki salmon.
or a nice steak.
Oh,
Depends on what I'm in
steak.
the mood for.
Oh, food.
Food.
All the food. Steak, chicken.
Good
Oh, prawns.
Bacon cheeseburger.
Oh, yeah.
Salmon. And I love grilling steak and salmon. These
Yeah.
ones will tell you. I sent them pictures when I was in Florida, and
Oh yeah.
it was
Like proper fresh salmon. And then my mum does this really good teriyaki, like, what the hell? Marinade, that's the word. Yeah, and then cooking that on a barbecue. Yeah.
Who is it? It's that guy, the celebrity crush.
The guy I forgot was my crush, yeah. Hi, love you, baby.
You know what would have been funny if I would have been like the celebrity crush? She would have been like Thor.
Nope.
Nope.
Henry Cavill's here?
Oh my god. All right. Who was the worst teacher you've ever had?
My maths teacher. He was a bastard. He banned me from maths, right?
What?
He banned me. I walked into the classroom. I hated him. So I have dyscalculius. Like, I can't read numbers. They get all jumbled up. But letters I'm fine with. So the way my school worked, I was really good at science. So I was in the top set of science, and I did triple science. But that was taught at the same time as like the really, really dumb low set maths. So I was in a higher maths set than I was supposed to be. So he hated me because I shouldn't have been in his set. I should have been lower, but I couldn't be. And I walked in and he goes, Chloe, he said, Miss, my name. What time do you call this? I looked at the clock and I said 9:05 or whatever time it was. And he was like, get out. You just asked me the time and I told you the time. And then because then he just made a beeline for me and he just hated me. So then me and my friends would like fuck around putting fake tan on or face masks, like sat in the back of the classroom. So we didn't help the situation. Then he banned me. He refused to teach me. He wouldn't let me in his classroom. He was just horrible. And like non-uniform days, he'd stand and stare down your top and just like rock at the side of your table. And you're like, what the fuck are you doing? Horrible person. Mr. Bell, I hate you. And then when I got my GCSE results, he predicted me an E in maths and I got a C. And I opened my results and he came and put his arm around me and was like, told you we could do it. I was like, we didn't do anything.
There was no we.
You didn't teach me.
Jack,
Head of maths had me in his office teaching me and my parents paid for a tutor. You did nothing. But yeah. He was an idiot. Hated him. Hate him to this day.
I think mine would be my second grade math teacher.
See, it's maths teachers.
Mine was
I was always good at math, and I was always excelled in math. So I used to get in trouble for being excelled, which I always thought that like, if I know the things, if I would go ahead, I would go ahead when there were questions and stuff, and I would just do it without them. And she used to like, punish me for that, or like used to yell at me for that. I'm like, why? You know, like, is it my fault that I'm more like accelerated and I'm like, are the problems wrong? Are the answers wrong? No, they're not wrong, but still, okay, then what's the point? Like, you know, if I finish sooner, I'm still sitting there listening, or maybe I shouldn't listen because I obviously don't need to listen. You know, it's like, you've done your part, like, move on, live life. Like, so I think I hated her the most. A lot of other teachers are actually pretty good. I mean,
my
that's the
least
only one that came
favorite.
to mind.
My least favorite when it comes to math is having to show your work. That always caught me up. I always got in trouble for it. They used to literally take points off of my tests because I wouldn't show my work. In like elementary school.
Yeah,
I'm like,
it's all
what-
about how
what do
you
you
got to the
expect?
answer.
9 minus 7.
Yeah.
How'd you get to it? I took 7 away from 9 and got 2.
Literally. I'm like, what do you want from me?
I put up 9 fingers and I took 7 of them away and I had 2 fucking fingers. Ready? Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 2 fingers left. There you go. The answer is 2.
Yeah. What is the worst place you've worked?
I was just going to name them, and I realised they're subscribed to this.
Wow.
Yikes.
My sister still works
Now
there,
they
and
know.
my sister still works there, and she runs their socials. So like, it'll have actually been that it was logged in on her phone, and my nephew will have subscribed, not realising. Yeah, it was a small family-run business who grew really big, really quick for the area, and still tried to run themselves as though they were a family-run business. So they didn't do things like health and safety. They didn't do like fire training. You were lifting like push chairs in boxes. Oh, that gave it away. That were like 30-kilogram boxes. There was no manual handling training. They didn't give a shit. They would just relied on the fact that it was a family-run business and that you were all loyal, and that was it. And they treat you like shite, like literal shite. This one woman, and I'll never forget, and she was sat there, and I'd not been there long. I'd not even finished my training, not that they really had training, and I'd got like a list of like an A4 piece of paper of stuff to do, and she, every time she walked in, she was like, can you do this, can you do this, can you do this? And I looked at her and I was like, well, I've got this list to do, so what priority is it? She was like, it's all a priority, and just walked out. And you're like, oh, actually, I'm leaving. And I did. I just got up one day and left. She was like, you need to ask if customer service is for you. I was like, customer service is for me, but your fucking company isn't. And I just got up and walked out. My friend Lola worked there as well until this Monday, and she started a new job. But yeah.
Yeah.
I think the worst job I had was high school, like summer job. It was being a lifeguard, and you deal with all this. You deal with a bunch of kids,
Mhm.
and the screaming and the yelling, and it just got so annoying. That and the fact that I was wasting my summer, but I was making money, so I guess I can't complain. I mean, I look back now, I get why I did it, but back then it was just like so annoying, just listening to people just nonstop bitching and moaning. Especially like I think the parents used to use it a way to escape, so they would let their kids run wild, and you're just like, go fucking control your kid. And then you secretly sat there and started having bad ideas, like I hope your kid falls into the pool and drowns, and I'm not going to save him. Like, it
Wow.
was bad. So yeah, that would probably be my worst job.
Well, would you rather have no nose or no arms?
No nose.
No nose.
Yeah.
I don't like my nose anyway. Here he is.
My nose is big. My nose is big. So.
Hey, Sleepy. You asleep? He's asleep.
Have Nando's tomorrow.
Hmm?
We'll have Nando's tomorrow.
Can we have Nando's tomorrow? If you want. Oh, pass me the puppy. Sorry, guys. He's going to pass me the puppy. Pass me the puppy. When he wakes up.
Milo.
You see
He's
him?
just in the background. Oh, speaking of Milo, if you had to pick between Sky and Milo, who
Such
would
a
you
horrible
keep?
question.
Sky?
I know it is.
No, because he's a little shit. Look at him crying just because I said I'd keep Sky. It's okay, you can leave him here. He's come for some mama cuddles.
He's being back in bed.
Don't-
As you say, you're gonna leave him.
Yeah. I hold him because he's my baby. But no, I've had Sky for 4 years. Ow. No, I've had Sky for 4
He's like,
years.
screw you, I'm out.
You can see his
He's
dad.
like,
Come and
"Screw
get
you."
him.
No, I don't want to do anymore.
You can see his dad, and he's a dadder boy. He's wrapped in my headphones, babe. There you go. Take him then.
I don't want to be in your life.
You're not in the live. Take it, the dog.
Your voice is already in the live.
Yeah, no, Sky. Sky, come here. This is my little princess. You can't really see her. Hold on. I won't be picking her up because she's a big girl. But this is my little angel. Aren't you? Yeah. Her.
Tails of the wagon.
Yeah, she's a princess. I'd keep her over Miley. Sorry, Miley.
Wow.
I love him, and I wouldn't get rid of him for anything. But if it came down to it, yeah, no, last in, first out. I'm afraid.
Another one is, have you ever crashed the Volvo?
Yes, I drove it into a pole once. I was putting my seatbelt on and I drove it into a pole in a car park. And I had to go to the garage.
You purposely asked that knowing.
Yeah.
He did.
Didn't even see the pole there. Just literally drove straight into a pole. Do you know what I did? I reversed, drove home. And I had to have my steering wheel, like, you know, the bit that goes like this? I literally had to have it like that to make the car go in a straight line on the road.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, smashed the steering column completely. And I wasn't going, like, literally, I'd reverse out of my space, was like that, putting my seatbelt on, and then just hit. So I was like rolling forward, if that. But yeah, smashed into a pole. But that's it.
What's your dream car if money wasn't an option?
G-Wagon.
Aston Martin Vulcan.
Mm-hmm.
G-Wagon. Any kind. I'm not picky.
Let's see. What do you think of your new career path? Meaning streaming. Or content creation.
I wouldn't call it a career path yet, but at least for me.
That's how it's worded.
Yeah, Britt has gone to bed.
I mean,
Or how do you-
definitely the thought's definitely there. The thought is there. But when it comes to it, we'll see. Obviously, to leave a job that pays so much to go to something,
Mhm.
and it's
That's
a scary
not as
thought,
certain.
especially when you have, obviously, you know, yes, the house is paid off for, but there's still taxes, there's property tax, there's expenses that come with all that.
Mhm.
So there's, you know, there's a lot of thought in terms of how much can you give out for how long. So, but yeah, no, there's, I mean, in terms of if it works out and it happens, by all means, I'll embrace it. But, is it a guaranteed career path yet? I don't. It's just like anything. That's once again, that's the long picture, right? And making it a career. I think right now it's just focusing on the small goals and make it that career. So,
Have you enjoyed it so far?
oh, 100%.
Yeah.
No,
I
just made it to
I
11.
figured that would be the answer.
Yeah. Chloe, on the other hand, though, more
What?
career path.
Killing
You
it.
got more time, and you're killing it.
You're killing it.
I'm very
You're almost
much...
at 6K.
Yeah, shut up. I'm very much in like waiting for it to stop already, if that makes sense. Like every time I click go live, I'm waiting for there to be nobody there. Like it doesn't... I enjoy it, it's fun, I love the community, you know, you have your regulars and your people that sit there and chat to you that, you know, for the whole 2-3 hours you're live, wouldn't change that. But probably it's my own self-confidence of it. And like we were saying about, you know, being a standard member, you're very limited what you can do. So it's kind of that fear of, are people going to get bored? People are asking for other stuff that I can't do. Like, how long are people going to sit around and watch me just passively RP for? And like I said, I wake up every morning. I'll go to bed and a couple of hours later I wake up checking my phone because I have this fear that I've fallen asleep with YouTube live on my phone next to the bed. And yeah, I cried when Sassy raided me because I've never met Sassy. I've never spoke to Sassy. I don't know who that is. So somebody raided me who I didn't know. That was, yeah, I welled up a lot for that. It's a bit crazy. It's all happened a bit fast. It's very uncomfortable feeling. Yeah.
Yeah. I have 2 about the cat.
Oh,
Do you
fucking
love
cat.
the cat?
No, I hate the cat.
Follow up, do you really hate, this is Elite speaking, my cat?
Do I really hate your cat? Huh? He said yeah.
He's serious.
No, I don't hate the cat. I have an allergy to cats anyway, and then the cat maybe break my ankle. But no, I don't wish any ill onto the cat.
It's a different relationship.
Yeah, he's not my baby. It was very different when I was, working in the office because he lives on the 3rd floor. He doesn't come down because of Sky, because she's a hunter and she'd rip him to shreds. So she has downstairs. The humans have the middle floor and then the cat has the upstairs. So when I was working up there in the office and I was up there like 10 hours a day, it was very different because I was sat with him all day, every day. But yeah, I don't really think about him. I hear him meow and I'm like, oh yeah, we've got a cat. But yeah. That's it. Don't hate the cat. It's just not my favourite.
And then to wrap it up, I suppose, what do you think of Doc?
He's an absolute wanker. Doc is a variety of people for me. He's kind of been that person that I've gone to with majority of things. We have a friendship that kind of went from being strangers to he became very much a person I relied on very, very quickly. I think that kind of comes from not mutual enemies, but mutual distrust in people. So, if you're both doubting the same person, you've kind of can rely on each other and kind of bounce those. Did you think that was weird when they said that? And, you kind of, that I think definitely built our relationship and made us closer. He's like my best mate.
Oh.
He is though, for both of you, the backstage group we've got is the place I go to for anything that happens. I'm like, guys, look, it's just, yeah. He's very, I can trust him because I know that if I have an idea or like if I send a thumbnail or I'm like, what do you think about this? And it's a shit idea, I know he'll turn around and be like, that's shit. So it's that, it's that level of like tough love, trust. But then I know that if I ring him in tears, he's not going to turn around and be like, that shit, fuck off. He's going to listen to me and support me. And then the day after he might be like, that was stupid. Why did you do that? But yeah, he's a good guy. He's all right as Doc.
Yeah.
Yes.
He just goes, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I suppose that concludes.
3 hours later.
Any final words? Yeah, literally. Any final words?
I have no final words. I feel like everybody knows this.
Yeah.
I'm surprised. I thought after dropping the bombshell of divorce, I was going to get bombarded with divorce questions, but nobody cares.
I don't think people want to get into it. I don't know if people are comfortable getting into it.
Maybe, yeah. This is true. Look, it's
Battery
daylight for me now.
Battery said you forgot his question.
Oh. Do you like batteries?
No.
There you go. There's the answer to your question.
Guys, it's literally fucking daylight for me now, look.
That's crazy.
You see
It's 5:30, right?
You see the ducks on my windowsill and the turtle? Yeah. Fucking daylight out there.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's 5:27 for me.
Yeah, it's 11:27.
Yeah.
Wow.
Isn't that weird?
What? Time zones?
Yeah, but they're weird. Why?
They are. I don't know.
Like, I get it scientifically, but my brain doesn't make sense of them.
That we're all in the same place. Not really, but in the same place right now, but it's very
But
different.
we're not in the same place.
I've already been through what you're going through right now.
It's weird.
Like,
We're
that's
in the
already
past,
happened
you're
for
in the
me.
future.
Yeah. 5:28 for me. I don't know what you're on about, Johnny, from the future at 5:29. That's so weird. Johnny Neutron over there. Hope you get the job. I don't know what that's in reference to. I've not applied for a job.
Well,
I'm not sure this has been asked.
No, you're not stealing my side of the bed.
Thoughts on weed? If you're gonna ask me thoughts on weed, THC side, there's no benefit from it other than to be high. It's a psychedelic, or it's just a drug at that point. CBD side of it, though, there are medical benefits that are shown. So, in terms of smoking it, I mean, or if you're doing it as a recreational drug, there's really no benefit to you. So yeah, I mean, do I care if anyone does it? I mean, my state is it's legal in the state to buy it. There's a dispensary literally 10 minutes down from my house, so you can literally buy it and smoke it. So yeah. That's my thoughts on that.
Nice.
I don't personally do it, but yeah, I don't have anything against people that do.
Sweet. That's it.
Yeah, that's all I see for.
I'm
final
holding my eyes
questions.
open. Anything
Alright,
else before we go, or can I go to sleep now?
That means the Beckham, it's your outro turn. It's time to cross that fucking bridge that you talked about.
All right. Well, thank you all for joining. I hope you have enjoyed today's episode.
You sound so damn professional.
It's yeah, that side's coming out of me.
What
But yeah,
side?
hope you
Where's that
all
wild side?
Professional news anchor.
always.
That's why he's
My,
like, I can't do a face reveal because you'll all know that you watch me daily.
on the news.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we'll see. Maybe one day. Maybe one day.
What? Maybe one day.
Face reveal?
Oh,
We'll see. We'll see.
I'm glad we've done this because now when people shout cam at me, I can link them to a more recent video and get the views up again.
There you go.
Well, I suppose we should call it. Thank you all for
What is
watching. Thank you all for joining.
Oh, 1 minute. 1 minute. I didn't have desktop audio
Oh,
on.
God.
Sorry. 1 second. Do it again.
Oh, God.
Sorry. They couldn't hear you.
It's okay. Thank you all for watching. Thank
Oh,
you all
no.
for
No.
joining.
Sorry. Wait. It
Oh,
was.
my
I just
God.
muted it that time. It's fine. They could hear you the
You're
first
so
time.
mean to me.
Sorry,
You're
go
so
ahead.
mean to me. You just want me to say it 4 times, like in the beginning with me and Doc.
Oh, poor Beckham.
It's okay.
right, guys. Thank you for joining us. We hope you enjoyed.
Oh, sorry,
We're not
Doc.
gonna be
Sorry,
here
you
this
were muted
weekend.
then. I've muted him now and he thinks you can hear him and you can't. So you can all just hear me. He is talking. You just don't know what he's saying. I'm being serious. They can't hear you. No, I've got desktop audio muted. There you go. Now they can hear you.
All right, guys.
Like, subscribe, join the Discord, continue.
Like, subscribe.
Chaos.
So like demanding for it, guys. Anyway,
Do it.
obviously, guys, we're not going to be here this weekend, as you guys know. So I hope you guys will enjoy this special impromptu podcast that we did for you. So now you know your hosts that you love the most. So
Hostess with the mostest.
make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. We'll let you know who the next guest is. Have a good one. Bye.
Bye. Oh, I forgot to switch to the ending screen. Here you go, guys. Here you go. Bye.